Want to become an elite level athlete? Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your throne.
Today, we're going to be talking about the current state of modern women, the current state of dating, and why modern women refuse to date Malcolms. Yes, that's right, Malcolms. Mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable men. These men tend to be blue-collar men. These men tend to be 9-to-5 men. But you have women all over the world saying that they don't, well, all over the U.S., in the West, saying they don't want Malcolms. They want scammers, drug dealers, hood dudes, or entrepreneurs, okay? So let's get into the video.
Little bit of bitch my chillings. And mama, don't worry, you ready to...
All right, guys. So that sound is actually copywritten, but the guy who made this video, he says my collar isn't blue, it's gold, and he is jumping into what appears to be the ocean or the sea, doing some type of blue collar job that is extremely laborious and difficult to do. And these are the hard jobs that men continue to do and continue to sign up for every single day so that we can enjoy the infrastructure that we do in the West. And it is not appreciated at all by the women of the West. And that's why a lot of men are going overseas to get their passport, because women don't respect hardworking 9-to-5 blue collar men like this brother here, and his talents are better served elsewhere. Okay, so that sound is probably copywritten as well, but to illustrate the point that women do not respect the blue collar Malcolms, she is using money to dry her tears off. A Louis Vuitton, which is, it looks like a fake Louis Vuitton wallet or hand purse. She's using this to cope by saying that, oh, she's crying because she's 40 and never had kids. But if you pay attention to this video, she actually has a Christmas tree, but you'll see there are no presents. Okay, now I'm not sure if this was during the Christmas season, but it's a single woman tell if she has her Christmas tree up all the way into March, as we are now. If she still got her Christmas tree up and it's already March, you might as well keep it up for the rest of the year. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious. These women are mad unorganized, and then she's over here talking about she doesn't need a man and wiping her tears with 50. Where are the Blueface Hunduns, though? See, you got 50s, but you ain't got Blueface Hunduns. Now, the dog is very beautiful, but I'm sure that he doesn't want to be involved in your shenanigans. I mean, this woman, she looks like a aged out Lana Rhodes. I'm not even going to cap. So, I mean, this is the state of modern women. And you see the Hive Mind. She got 324K likes and 16.9K comments and 264K shares on TikTok. So I'm sure that a whole bunch of women were relating to this and, using this video to cope as well with the fact that they don't have kids, they're single, no man to love them. And, the likelihood of them passing away and their dog, eating their body while it is going through rigor mortis is extremely high. All right, guys. So I did want to play the full clip of Tamar Braxton saying that she dated a guy who told her his body count was 1,000. Now, we all know when it comes to men, you take the number and But ugh, I don't know, man. She's
All
kind
right,
of
next. All right, another
she's
question.
kind of gross. Yeah.
Next question. Would you eat it?
Hell no, I don't even eat nothing. No,
Me either,
hell
bro. Me either.
no. Nah, we don't do that.
That's
Okay.
all I had to ask, man.
All right. Good questions. Good questions.
My question is, do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I do.
Damn it.
What was your point there? What was that, dog? I mean, she's like, "Oh, my question. Do you have a girlfriend?" Damn it. I'm trying to figure out what her point there was. Okay. All right. Lady
Artemis,
Artemis. Okay.
how you doing?
What's good? What's good? What are your thoughts on the topic?
So my one main question is, if a woman is insecure and she decides to do this surgery or whatever surgery it is, regardless if the scenario that I threw out earlier with the excess skin, which is a health concern, let's say that's not even the issue. If she just wants a nose job, if she wants breast implants, what business is that of yours? Respectfully.
What business? Okay, so the business is that I think the example of just thinking that you can just go to surgery to fix maybe physical flaws that you were born with, I think it sets a negative example for young women to look up to because it doesn't allow them to see themselves as they are, you know, and it also it has them comparing themselves to women who are getting surgery, unrealistic facial features, body features that are being presented to women as normal, when in all actuality, a lot of these women who are, I guess, setting the new beauty standard are manufactured women.
So then, psychologically speaking, wouldn't it be more prudent to have people stop with these unrealistic expectations and also stop bullying? Because a lot of insecurities delve from bullying and from people causing issues in ourselves by saying, "Oh, this isn't perfect about you. Oh no, this looks bad about you." If people were to mind their own, would that not reduce the number of surgeries and the amount of insecurities
No,
that
no, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. Because if you ask women, "Oh, why are you getting this done?" They say, "Oh, I'm getting it done for myself. I'm not getting it done for men." Da da da, da whatever. So
but it does make
it's
her feel
really
better, does it not? Correct? It would
well.
make her feel better and more secure.
That's an internal issue. You know, that's why I said that she's insecure, because that's an internal issue. If mutilating your face and changing the way that your body looks unnaturally, it makes you feel better, even going through the pain, which a lot of these women speak about, the pain from getting BBL surgeries, the risk of death when getting these surgeries. You know, these BBL surgeries are one of the most dangerous cosmetic surgeries. So you know,
Well,
if
let's jump off of the BBL for a second. Let me throw a very real situation at you. One of my friends, genuinely, she is, for her health, she took this step. She has decided to get gastric bypass. Now, gastric bypass is very beneficial health wise. However, there is a comorbidity with that. When you go under and you get the specific surgery, there is a percentage that's way higher up there than people think that you could die from when you go under this, and complications thereafter. However, she is making that choice to better her health, and this is the route she wants to go. What are your thoughts?
I mean, if it's a necessary thing for her health, then sure, do it. But what I would say though, is this woman overweight? Is that the reason why she's getting this gastric bypass?
Yeah, she's a mother of 5, and now that she's done having kids, she wants to be there for her kids, which is very admirable in my eyes. I can understand that.
Well, I mean, was she? Are you saying that she became overweight because of the children, or was she overweight before she had children?
I honestly, I've only known her 5 years. I can't speak to what
Okay.
prior, but right now, for whatever circumstances there are, she has gained weight, and so she
Yeah.
wants to address the health issue, and she wants to get the surgery. Now, that being said, from your standpoint, sir, I just want you to understand where it sounds, this kind of sounds a little hypocritical, because one, you're saying, okay, this surgery is necessary for her health. she should go ahead and do that. But then if she gets loose skin as a result of that, you're saying she's going to be insecure about the skin, wanting to get it removed, when that's actually a health concern too, because skin flaps like that will cause yeast infections and skin irritations and dermatitis.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
there,
I mean,
you see
I
what
would
I'm
just
saying?
say, yeah, I would take the more preventative route. I would say she should have, you know, in her youth, while she still had the ability, gotten in shape so that when she got older and had children, it wouldn't be as difficult to lose the weight. You know,
But there are women in our society who can be a size 2 and then they get pregnant and they just happen to gain weight and then they're a size 16. Well, that's a bit of an over exaggeration.
Healthy weight is like 25 pounds when you're pregnant. So, I mean, anything over that, you probably need to be doing exercise while you're pregnant in order to prevent like the massive weight gain. So, I mean, it
Do you
has to
know
do
what
with
Torrid
health.
is? I don't know if you know the clothing lines Torrid or Lane Bryant. Again, I have no idea if you know what
No.
those are. Okay, so those are clothing lines designed for women who are goddess figured or heavier set. In regards to not going the surgery route and loving yourself, what do you think about clothing lines that are body positive and say love yourself no matter what, regardless of size?
So I don't think it's healthy to love yourself no matter what, regardless of size. You should be critical about gaining excessive weight. Me personally, I'm a personal trainer, so I make sure that my clients aren't gaining excessive weight by healthy exercise habits, healthy eating habits. So, you know, when you have these clothing lines that are pushing this, and I know everybody needs clothes and whatnot, and yes, you should make clothes that are all sizes, but I mean, obviously they're doing this to market to a certain demographic, so they're gonna say, oh, it's great that you're, you know, 300 pounds and you should love yourself even though you can't get up, you know, in the morning and take the necessary steps to even take care of yourself because you're too big, you're too large. I don't think it's healthy, like what we got going on with the Lizzo situation. You know, everybody's saying she's a baddie, she's super hot, and she's like nothing. I mean, she's not even close to anything that like
Okay,
any
well, that
type
is
of
your
hot
opinion.
or attractive.
I
No,
for
no, no,
one,
no, 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 ma'am, no, ma'am, no, ma'am.
that's your
This,
opinion though. Not
no,
everyone
no,
has the
no.
same taste.
Yeah, well, I'm telling you right now, this is why like the all female talk panels, like the real and all that kind of stuff, they keep feeding this delusion to these women. Like, obviously, she's not attractive at all, bro. At
Again,
all.
that's your opinion. I find her beautiful, and I think she's got a lot of strength. And she's
Me
she's
too.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Are
Y'all
you?
are
Are
Yeah,
any
so
of y'all?
Lizo's
Hold on.
definitely.
disingenuous.
Are any of y'all bisexual?
Me?
No.
You?
Yes, sir.
So you would go down on her?
In a heartbeat. That's Lizzie. Of course I would. She's a queen. Yes, I would. In a heartbeat. I would eat with some
Stop.
syrup. I would eat the shit out of that. What's your point?
What the
You
heck?
you nasty. You nasty. You a nasty
Just because
bitch.
I know
ain't
how
gonna
to treat a
cap.
queen and you don't doesn't mean I'm nasty, sir. Means I got game and you don't. Respectfully.
No. I'm for one. I mean, I don't know what you look like, but I mean, if you look at my resume, I'm blowing you out the water. No cap.
Again, that you don't know what I look like in person. That's your opinion, and I'm not
If
about to
you
go
would,
on you
if
because
you
I'm
no,
above that.
but
I'm not going to
but
go on you. I don't know you, so
I'm not
I'm not
talking
going to
about
try and
you.
go on
I'm
you.
not talking about you.
Respectfully, I'm
But
a
if
lady of
you would,
class. I'm a lady
okay,
of
that's
class, so
fine.
I'm not gonna read you
That's
for filth.
fine. But if you would go down on Lizzo, that tells me where your taste is at. So like
Knowing a queen that
any
would spoil the hell out of me, and all I got to do is just give her the most eye-rolling orgasm of her life.
So you would basically do
you would
anything.
only use her for money. You would only use her for money.
Oh no,
Is
I
what you're
said
saying.
treating like a queen. See, that's funny that you equate that to money. Treating
No,
someone
no, no,
like a
no,
queen
no,
does
no,
not
no, ma'am.
equate money.
No, ma'am.
Treating someone like a
You
queen
said that
means
she
you
would
respect
splurge
me,
on you.
you have
No,
value.
ma'am. No, ma'am. You're gonna shut the hell up, right? You say she would splurge on you and take care of you, all this stuff. Like, come on.
Taking
You
care of
trying to use little Lizzo
necessarily
for the damn bag.
financially. Somebody can take care of you emotionally. Somebody can take care of you mentally. It doesn't always have to be financially wise.
Facts.
Yeah, but let's keep it a buck. We all heard what she said.
She said support.
She said she was gonna spoil me, take care
Yeah,
of
she could
me.
spoil you with mental appreciation and mental love and uplifting and things like that.
All right.
If
Well, let's
you
get
don't
back
feel
on
that way
topic.
about your person, then maybe that's a you problem.
Okay, let's get back on topic. We're talking about one, Blacc Chyna regrets doing lonely friends. All right. Should she get a second chance at a good relationship with a high value man after doing lonely friends?
Yes. Of
Why?
course.
Why?
Because her value hasn't depreciated in any way. She is still a human worthy of
Yes,
love.
it has.
No, it has
Period.
not.
No,
No.
it hasn't.
Now you're putting literally a dollar amount. You're literally equating women to property by saying her value has depleted.
No, her
We are
value
not
in the
objects.
dating, her value in the
We're
dating
not
market.
objects.
Maybe to
It
you,
doesn't matter, but it doesn't matter. But like, you can assess value based off of other metrics, not just
what makes a high value man then? What makes a high value man?
Okay, I've explained this in previous streams. So I mean, we'll
My
get
first
into
time
it
here,
right
honey.
quick.
You're gonna have to reiterate.
Well, I'm gonna do this one time and one time only. So a high value man is an umbrella term. Okay, what encompasses a high value man is one, earning six figures, being top 15% in the United States as far as earners. Two, having a network of other high value men around you that you can lean on for help, resources, networking, pushing whatever you got, whether it's a business or a personal brand forward. And then three, having the respect of those high value men. Now, there are three tiers to high value men, and this denotes their physical attractiveness. Okay, so the way that we signify the three tiers of high value men, we use the acronym Malcolm. Okay, a Malcolm is the first tier Malcolm is a massively attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. Okay, a second tier Malcolm is a mildly attractive, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. A third tier Malcolm is a medium, ugly, lucrative, communicative, operational, likable man. All of these Malcolms are high value men, but their attractiveness level is denoted by the tier of Malcolms that they fall under or classify under. So it's a very objective scale. We don't go and, oh, if you feel good about yourself, then you're a high value man. No, that's not how we do it. Okay, so yeah, that's the point, that she doesn't deserve a Malcolm after doing Lonely Friends.
Bro, but who are you to decide that? She's not an object, or she doesn't have this depreciated value.
Matter.
She's not a car driven off the lot. She's a human being, and she's made mistakes, and she's growing and learning. Who are you to dictate that?
She made massive mistakes. She made massive mistakes, and now she has to face the consequences for her mistakes.
Okay, just like every other human on the planet, my guy.
Okay, so hold on. So the consequence. Hold on. So the consequence of showing your body online and spreading it wide open for the whole world to see for money, the consequence of that is no respectable high value man is going to take you seriously. If you're willing to live with that reality, then you're A-okay.
Do you watch Corn?
No, ma'am. No fap. # no fap.
I call BS, but okay.
No, I have a woman in real life, ma'am.
Do you have an actress that you like? Is there a movie actress or a movie star you like?
No, ma'am.
So what are you?
We're not gonna do this. I have a woman in real life. We're not living no fantasies out here, bro. We ain't doing that. Okay. We're dealing with real women in the flesh. All right. So,
can you explain like what makes a quote unquote real woman to you?
Well, in that case, I was just talking about a real physical woman, like in the flesh, not a woman who's, on the internet that you're fantasizing over. That's
okay, but still, why are you worried about Chyna then? If you have a real woman that has all of your time and your attention, which is wonderful, why are you tripping off her?
Because, ma'am, I think it's a teachable moment, because Blacc Chyna, she actually has a daughter, hold on, ma'am. No, it's not, and I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, because Blacc Chyna, she actually has a daughter, so she was setting a negative example for her daughter, but because she is, allegedly doing a 180, we got to see her actions, because all this is just talk. but she's allegedly doing a 180 and, you know, pulling out the plastic surgery, getting whatever breast reductions and BBL reduction and whatnot. She's trying to get rid of the mistakes that she made with the cosmetic surgeries. And then also she has denounced OF, and she basically said that it's not it's not respectable, and that's not what she wants to be known for. So these are not my words, these are her words, ma'am. So the reason why I'm focusing on this topic is because I think it's a teachable moment for a lot of other young women who think that they want to go down the same path that she did, and maybe they'll think twice about making the mistakes that she did.
That makes a lot of sense.
Because hold on, because you know what is all that money that she made if she loses her soul in the process?
It makes a lot of sense, but that's where, as a mother, somebody who's also had plastic surgery and does the thing that makes her life choices, that's where she has to make the choice as a parent to explain to her child. Just because she did those things doesn't mean that her daughter has to do those things to feel beautiful.
Okay. So do you have a child, ma'am?
No, but I am pregnant.
Okay. Well, when your child is born, you will find out very quickly that children are sponges.
No, I know this.
Hold on, ma'am. They hear what you say, but guess what? They're going to be more inclined to do what you do. So doing that, do as I say, not as I do type stuff does not work with young children, especially if you're raising a young girl. Because if the way that she thinks that she can get attention from boys is starting a OF at 18, and that's the example that her mother is setting for her as well, you think that's healthy?
That's not what I'm not talking about the OnlyFans or anything like that. I'm talking about—
That's what we're talking about. That's the topic.
The plastic surgery and things like that. She is making a 180. She's taking out her face filler. She's taking out her whatever else she might have, whatever augmentation she might have, but still, regardless of the way she looks, she could still make that reiteration to her child. Just because I have these things doesn't mean you need them to be beautiful. You tell your child that they are beautiful no matter what, and you instill it into their brain.
Like I said, it doesn't matter what you tell the child. It matters what you do around that child. You can tell your child, hold on.
That's not 100% true.
It's not 100% true.
That's not 100%. And I'm going to say this from experience.
Y'all going to be horrible mothers. Y'all going to be horrible
I'm a mother now, so
I am a mother.
Okay, so if does your child follow your example?
My child doesn't see a certain things that I do.
Right.
I have a son.
No, that wasn't the question. Wait. No, ma'am, you can't. The question.
No, she has her own personality.
Ma'am, you're not going to be interjected.
Bunch of 304.
No,
I'm telling you, person, and I am still growing. I still have mistakes that I make. That does not make my.
That's fine, ma'am. Stop talking. I'm asking you.
Oh shit.
Okay. You can call on the Lord as much as you want to, but He ain't gonna save you from this conversation. I asked you, does your child follow your example?
With the things that I teach him, yes.
No, with the things that you do, the way that you behave, the way that you act. Does your child follow your example?
No,
I'm going to tell you this right now. My son's personality and my personality are two different things. So when I do something, he's not going to do it. He just doesn't. He's his own individual, and I raised him to be his own individual. He's not a monkey see, monkey do. I raised him to understand that, hey, if mommy reacts like this, mommy shouldn't have reacted like this, but you shouldn't react like this. Well, yeah, mom, I'm not going to react like that because that's not nice. He has an understanding. And the thing is like, if you think that every child walks into their parents' footsteps, that's a complete lie. Because my mother did things and my mom raised me, and I still did shit that I just wasn't supposed to do because that was just me. But I had a great mother. So at the end of the day, that's not 100% true. Do you have children yourself? That's the question.
Where's your father?
Are you
Where's
a
your
father?
Where's your father?
Mine?
No, not you, host. Her.
Oh.
My father?
Mm-hmm. Yes, ma'am.
My father is also in my life as well. My parents were just not together.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so let me ask you this, because y'all just So, oh, goodness, would your father approve of any of your behavior?
That No, not all of it. I mean, I've made my mistakes.
All right, well, we've all made mistakes, but I mean, come on.
As
Oh,
in,
Lord Jesus, I'll be going to
okay,
say
can we be
something.
more specific? Because I mean, there's things that I believe everybody has done that our parents would not agree with.
See, yes, yes, ma'am, but I think that a lot of people are missing the host points. I'm gonna hold y'all women accountable. I'm not
Uh-oh.
gonna sit here.
As you
I'm not
should.
gonna sit here with the foolishness and like try to just co-sign y'all because y'all are women. No, that's not what I'm gonna do. When you're wrong, you're wrong. You're raising a son. So what would your son have to say when he gets older? And yes, I am a mother. I have a whole 21-year-old son. What would your son say?
Well, I'm not doing anything stupid. Like I'm not a stripper. I'm not on OnlyFans. I'm not selling my body. I'm not doing
So
anything.
why? Hold
stupid.
on. So why are you advocating for that then? Why are you saying
I
that
just
it
feel
doesn't
as
negatively
if
affect the child?
I personally feel as if we cannot sit here and be upset with people that have their own journey. You don't know. It's
Nobody's
not because
upset, ma'am. Nobody's upset.
Can I please finish?
Go
Can
ahead.
I please finish? I feel like this. I know people that have made mistakes in life and are excellent parents and have shielded their children from that. But it wasn't because, oh, they saw mommy doing this. It was because it was a lack of different areas. I personally, I get up, I go to work, I do my thing, I have my own business. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, but I'm not saying that I have been perfect. There has been things that I have done that would not, that my child may ask questions about. Nothing sexual or anything like that, but he may have questions about, and when he gets older or whenever. But at the end of the day, I genuinely do not think that you said, for example, Blacc Chyna does the things that she does because of the fact of her mother. You cannot say that for absolutely.
No, I didn't. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
You just said that.
No, I said that. I said Blacc Chyna has a daughter, and she's setting a bad example for her daughter.
So,
but doing the 180, and taking out the fillers and whatnot, and all the cosmetic adjustments that she's gotten to herself, sets a precedent and draws a line in the sand. And I think it sets a good example for her daughter to look up to now, to see, hey, mommy was living like this. And then she started to realize the ramifications of her actions. And she did a whole 180 and reverted to something that was more positive. Okay. Now we have to wait and see her actions, because she could just be saying this. But she's saying that she wants to have her breast and butt implants removed, and she's excited to get the facial fillers taken out as well, because she said that's just not her, and she didn't think that it was a good example for her daughter to be looking up, seeing her on OF opening her legs for the whole world to see. No matter how much money they paid her, it doesn't matter. Like I said, what is gaining the world when you lose your soul? What's the point?
You do know Mary Magdalene was a whore, right?
I just
Bruh.
don't feel. I just personally, I'm all about.
So how did
everybody
she
has
lose
their
her
own
soul?
journey.
That's just my question. How did she lose her soul? And
Man, let's talk about something.
How are you
somebody
determining
currently.
the loss
Let's
of
talk about
someone's
somebody
soul?
current, man.
How are you determining the loss of someone's soul?
Mary Magdalene personally?
She's
No, you did
also
not.
no,
you
dude,
did
Mary
not.
Magdalene. Do you know who Mary Magdalene is, sir?
Yes, I know who Mary Magdalene is.
Who is she?
And you,
Who is she?
You, ma'am.
Who is she?
Ma'am,
What was she?
Ma'am, we're not finna do that. She trying to bring up biblical stories of
because you just said Blacc Chyna lost her soul. How did she lose her?
She lost her soul, and
no. How do you determine that? You can stop muting me. How do you determine that? How are you going to
combative and argumentative? Calm down.
I'll stop muting you. You're gone. You're gone. Wow. This is the modern women, y'all. They can't even have no simple conversation. It's crazy.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
This is sad.
Yeah, shout out to the Blasian. You coming in hard. You was speaking some facts. We got poor little dark baby whatever in here.
It's boy with an X instead of an O and boy.
Okay. What's your thoughts on the topic?
To be quite frank, I don't really like how the conversation is going because
why not?
it's you're trying to say it's women's fault for getting the surgeries when it's not.
Hold on. Is somebody dropping something in their drink and then taking them to the surgeon? And because
That's not what I mean.
Hold on. Let me tell you something though. Like when you choose to do a surgery like this, there's so many different appointments leading up and so many different tests that they have to run if you get it done in the States, if you get it done the right way. So this is a long thought out, long-term decision. They have to put a deposit down on the surgery. It's damn near like buying a house. Like you gotta get a financial check, all this kind of stuff. So you're saying it's not their faults when they're choosing to make these decisions. Explain to me how it's not their fault when they are making the conscious decision to go and do that.
Do you understand the concept of the patriarchy?
I mean, yeah, but that has nothing to do with why they're getting
No,
plastic
that has
surgery.
everything to do with it, actually. Because
no, it doesn't.
men like you,
it stems from
who
their
constantly
own insecurity.
No, can I please speak? Because you asked me a question, I'm trying to answer it. Thank you. The whole point of the patriarchy is men do men things, women do women things, so on and so forth. Women are here to appease the man and do what they need to do to make sure the man is happy. Correct? Which in turns, when it comes to patriarchy, also means upkeeping a certain look to make sure the man is sexually attracted to them. Correct?
You think modern women are trying to do things to make men happy?
No, that's not what I said.
Okay, then. So, I mean, that's what you're leading.
Stop,
you're saying that the
I'm still trying to answer
patriarchy.
your question. You're not
Hold
letting
on,
me finish. Can I please finish?
But you're saying that you can. But I just gotta point this out. You're saying that the patriarchy is. You're saying that the patriarchy is setting some type of precedent that women need to do things to be sexy for men and whatnot. And I'm telling you right now that if you ask women, do you put makeup on for men? If you ask women, did you get that BBL for men? If you ask women, do you get your nails did and put some weave in your hair and change wigs every week for men? And they're going to tell you, no, I do it for myself. So
yes,
I'm
of
trying
course.
to figure out I'm trying to figure out where the patriarchy comes into this.
No, because you're consistently cutting me off and trying to disrupt what I'm trying to say. Of course.
Well, you said something that was incorrect, so.
I'm trying to answer your question and you're continuously cutting me off. Can I please answer your question?
You have the floor, sir.
Thank you so much. Like I was saying, yes, now we live in a society where women don't do things for the patriarchy anymore. But what I'm talking about is there's unfortunately some women who do. So, like I was saying, they do these things to some people do these things to appease men because unfortunately men have these unrealistic standards for women. They want women with big titties, but they cannot be fake, and they have to be perky, but they cannot sag to the floor, even though that's what comes with when you want a woman with big titties, right? They want a woman with a big ass, no cellulite, no stretch marks, nothing of that sort.
That's not true.
What it takes in order to get that. They want a woman with perfect skin, big lips, and so on and so forth, perfect long straight hair, knowing that they have to wear wigs and stuff in order to achieve that. It's just what I'm trying to say is, how are you going to sit here and hate women and say that like it's their fault for being insecure when the patriarchy itself and men like you who say these things about women are the reason why they're going to go get these surgeries?
Are you a heterosexual man or homosexual?
Homosexual. I don't think that has anything to do with the conversation.
No, it does have something to do with the conversation because I'm gonna tell you right now, heterosexual men like natural women.
That's the problem there. Do you see where if you just right there just proved my point.
Can I say something really quick?
How did I prove your point? I actually
because you just say you want someone who's a natural woman, but you don't understand there's a different type of natural woman, correct?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you. Hold on.
I'm not
tell you what.
Speaking. You're consistently cutting me off again. And you're not letting me.
And you're on my channel. I'm gonna tell you what cisgender heterosexual men want. We want a woman who is proportional, who stays in shape, who goes to the gym, not the surgeon, the gym. We like natural women, not manufactured women. It's that simple. It's not, men like this, men like that. Some men don't even like big breasts. Some men don't like a big behind. Some men don't, some men want their woman to be super skinny. Some men want their woman to have some meat on their bones, but men want natural though. That's the difference.
So then I have a question, because I have had a lot of conversations with guys, because one thing about the male perspective, it's very intriguing, especially as a woman. And I've had a few conversations and asked, if you get a woman that has the exact body type and exactly what you need out of her, why do you still desire the things that your woman does not have? So you say that you want a woman that
Great
is,
question.
you have a woman that is slim. Let's just say, for example, what is your type?
Like, it depends on what metrics we're talking about. I mean, if we're talking about body, face, or what do you mean?
Let's just body. Like, if you look at a woman, you haven't talked to her, you're attracted to the image. What do you see? What are you attracted to?
All right. So I like a woman with C or between C or D cup breasts, thin waist, nice round behind from the squats, in shape, athletic build.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you end up with a woman just like that, that's what you have.
I am with a woman like that. Yes.
Okay. So I'm kind of saying this like in a general sense. Sorry. So
Okay.
you have a woman like that, but then you are scrolling through IG and you see someone with even bigger, and you're swiping on it and tapping it, and your woman is looking next to you saying, "Oh, that's what you like. Oh, I see, that's what he really likes. He doesn't like anything I got." That's when she gets up and she goes and she's like, "Well, am I okay? Like, is my body okay?" I'm not saying that everything is done for a man, the male gaze, because it takes healing. And that is something that, it's a journey, because at one point I was like, "Oh, well, my body has to be just like this in order for me to get attracted." Whereas now I don't care. I don't care who's looking. I don't care what anyone thinks. I'm doing what I need to do to have the body that I want. But if you sit next to a man that says that you're his type, and he's scrolling through a whole nother type and liking on another type and gazing at another type, what do you think a woman's thinking at that point?
Well, that goes into the last topic that we talked about on the last live stream, which is sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. So, even though men have a specific type, men also like variety. So, just because he's liking a picture on IG doesn't, necessarily mean that he wants his woman to go alter herself and be that, like it's a natural impulse for a man to see a naked woman, which most women are naked on IG, and be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It's a natural impulse for men to jump at that. Even if the woman isn't his type or isn't like necessarily even that attractive, it's still gonna make your head peak. So the like button is just kind of a personification of men kind of, if you want to compare the like button to what men do in real life, it's almost like, a man kind of peeping back or looking at the ass behind the one when you walk past a woman. That's all the like button really is for men. Like, it's not something
But
like,
I
oh
have
my
a
God,
question
I'm
for you,
gonna
though.
go DM this girl and I'm gonna be able to smash. Like, most of it is just fantasy. But at the end of the day, that's rooted in sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. It has nothing to do with him not being attracted to his woman. It just means that men are attracted to a lot of different women, and
I have met
men
men
want
that
I have a
variety.
will
question, though.
have
Hold
that
on.
particular woman.
I have
I'm
a
sorry.
question, though. So I
Go ahead.
understand where you're coming from. Like, men like a sexual, like, have a variety. I get that, understand that. Get out how you live. That's none of my business. However, it becomes an issue when you sit here and shame women for the things that you're looking at, the things that you're tapping, for the things that you're liking, not knowing that woman probably had a BBL. You don't even notice.
No, so I can tell if a woman
No,
has
you
a
can't.
BBL.
The funny thing about
Yeah,
surgeons
I
is that,
can.
like, there's wonderful doctors who can make it look as natural as possible. You will never know.
The number one question: do the thighs match? If they don't match, and it's OB. The thighs
You
don't
know,
match.
you realize some women have the most roundest of asses naturally, and the thighs don't match. And
Yeah.
you're sitting here saying that they have a BBL,
Well,
right?
I don't know
The
about
human body
all
works
that
in
now.
mysterious ways.
No, the thighs be matching. Like if she has a natural
Sometimes,
body,
but not all the time. I've known women who I've grown up with who literally have the widest of hips, the biggest of ass, but the thighs don't match. And these are teenagers.
well, your body is
Like
still
someone I grew up
developing.
with. She's the same age as me now.
Your
And I'm
body's
just
still
like,
developing as a teenager, and like I mean,
her body type stayed the
I don't
same,
know what.
though.
So she's still in shape, still has the same type of body that she did when she was a teenager.
Correct.
I mean, I can't verify nor deny. I have to see it, but you know, I'll take your word for it. Yeah, obviously, some women are genetically gifted. So I mean
Exactly. So how you
So
how,
yeah,
how
but
can
that's
you
not
tell
that's
if
not the
there's
majority
so
of,
how,
of
my
women.
question is, how can you tell if it's a BBL or not if you understand that people's body types are different? My other question is, why do you
You
sit
can
here
tell.
and have all these requirements for women if you get upset when a woman asks for 3 things out of a man? Height, money, and does this man got a car? And y'all break down.
Who's y'all? And like what requirements did you say that that are like so wild that I have of a woman? What are those requirements?
You literally said, I want a woman with CD titties, around around ass, and a slim waist, knowing that most women don't even have that nowadays.
Yeah, a woman who
Go to the gym.
mean, I don't know. I
Wait, who
gym,
said that?
I see women like that
Blasian.
all
Was
the
that you,
time.
Blasian?
Yes,
I
yes.
have a question for you then. Why are you defending him?
Because I feel like it. Because I
the
feel
question
like
for me
it.
is like, why are
Because
you defending him knowing that he's probably not gonna pick you, sis?
I
It's
was
not
already
about that.
picked.
It's
I'm
not about that.
married.
Oh, that's
Right.
wonderful for you. Congratulations. But why are you
It's not
sitting here
about that
defending
though.
him?
Why? Hold on. But why
Lord
are
have
you
mercy.
attacking a woman as a man?
Time out. Who said I was one?
Bro, I asked you
What?
earlier. Don't try and flip the script now. I asked you earlier if you're a heterosexual or homosexual man. You say you're a homosexual man.
You asked if I was heterosexual or homosexual.
No, I said you were. No,
question,
don't
baby.
do that now. I got the playback right here on the YouTube stream, bro. Don't do it, man.
You asked me if I was homosexual or heterosexual.
I said, are you a homosexual or heterosexual man?
You didn't say the man part unless I didn't hear you.
Either way, you know what you are, brother. Come on.
I know what I am, which is a non-binary person. But
you're a man. You're a man. Sir.
No, we're not doing that. Anyway, like I was saying,
yes, we are doing that. Yes. Yes. Sir.
Like I was saying, Blasian, you have to understand as a woman that like you agreeing with this man, you sidelining with this man is only going to make it realize that you're not for the girls. You're not a safe space for women.
I'm gonna always hold women accountable.
Which is great.
People need to be held accountable. So that's all that's why I'm supporting him, because it's logic. That's why.
Is it really logic, or are you trying to get picked? That's the question.
Oh, Lord, again, I was already picked. I am married.
Sitting here and agreeing with this man for things.
So you're mad that I'm agreeing with him, but I'm not mad at you that you're disagreeing. So why can't we just agree to disagree? Why are you so upset that I'm agreeing with him?
Disagree causes a problem and a rift between women, and that same rift between men and women. You get what I'm saying?
Listen, sir, ma'am. That's not what I'm doing, sir, ma'am. That is not what I am doing.
Oh wow! So we're doing that.
Listen. Who child? Lord have mercy.
Like I was saying before you cut me off, like I was saying, you sitting here in agreement with him is only going to cause a rift between women. And if you claim that if you are for the girls and so on and so forth, why are you sitting here agreeing with the man who's trying to rip women apart?
How?
What they decide to do with their own
let me
bodies.
ask you the question, sir, ma'am. How?
Wait. Before you say that, can I just say one thing? I'm loving the conversation. I promise it'll be quick. I don't really think that we should be like misgendering or being disrespectful to someone's identity. I just think that we can have a respectful conversation without doing that.
You can have a respectful conversation without bringing my identity in the question.
I don't know what to call you. I do not know. You already confused the host. I was confused, but I wasn't sitting here trying to come for you because of that.
But
what would you like me to call you?
Could have just asked me.
All of a sudden, this younger generation loves to be offended. What would you want me to call you?
Time out. The thing is, you could have just asked me, what are your pronouns? You could have just asked me that, but instead, you decided to go below the belt. So that's on you.
Lord, have
That's on
mercy. Let me
you.
tell you
Bitch,
something.
that's
I
on
do
you.
not
You
co-sign
hold yourself
or
accountable on that one.
subscribe
You say
to the
you want to
younger
hold them accountable,
generation
hold
doing the
yourself
pronoun
accountable for what the
nonsense.
fuck
I
you
am
say.
40 years old. Don't nobody got time
Okay,
for
you
that.
40 years old.
What
I'll
would you
argue with
like
a
me to call
26-year-old
you?
person.
Girl
Like,
or
come on
boy?
now. How am I telling you
Girl
to be
or
a
boy?
grown-ass adult?
Oh,
Let's be for
Lord, have
real,
mercy.
babes. Be fucking for real. Be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious fucking for real right now.
Lord, have
How you gonna
mercy.
sit here and
Lord,
tell me
Jesus,
all
Lord.
those things that come out your mouth? You're dead serious now? But can I believe that thing that you're saying now? You're dead serious?
Oh shit.
Wanna suck your fat wide mama. Me not care about the things that come out your mouth.
You know what? I understand exactly what you're talking about because my mother is like Jamaican. So, like, what are you really saying right now? Like, yo, just calm down.
I'm not gonna be calm.
Calm
You're gonna sit here
down.
and
What would you?
disrespect
I
me and my
asked you. This is
identity.
the third time I'm asking you, civilian. What would you like me to call you?
Thank you. You can use the pronouns he, him, or they, them. Either one of the two don't matter.
Okay.
So you're confirming. Hold on. So you're confirming you're a homosexual man.
No, pronouns has nothing to do with my sexual identity.
So do you like men or women?
Does it matter who I like?
Yeah, for the
Does it
context
matter
of the
who I like? Is it
conversation.
prevalent
Yeah,
to the
because
conversation
you're
at
talking
hand?
about because you said that women are doing these surgeries for the express interests of men based off of the patriarchy. So yeah,
I
it
didn't
does
say that.
matter
I
what
said
you're
women are
attracted
doing
to.
this because of the sole fact that men disrupt and disrespect their bodies, so they feel the need to do these things because they're trying to appease men like you, but it's not going to work because here you are shaming women for getting surgeries because they're quote unquote insecure.
No,
Well, we have to also dig
I'm
deep and understand where those insecurities came from.
I'm applauding Blacc Chyna for reversing her decisions. That's what I'm doing.
I'm applauding
Like
her too because it was
literally.
affecting her health. That's the whole reason why that she did it.
No,
Congratulations
that's
to
not
her.
what she.
But you cannot
Oh
sit
Lord,
here
have
and applaud
mercy.
Blacc Chyna
No.
for getting this work done and at the same time
Oh
disrupting and
goodness.
disrespecting women who decide to do
No,
it. Because
I'm
it's men
applauding
like
her
you
for
who push them to do
getting
it.
it pulled out. Men
For the
didn't
sake of
force
her
Blacc
daughter.
Chyna to get a BBL or to get the boob job. Come on, you know that. You know that. You know that. She was a scripper. She wanted to excel in her scripper career. So she made the decisions. And she was also
That's
insecure
funny
about
that
her
you
body.
say that because now you're shaming women for doing sex work, but y'all the main ones who digest it.
Not me.
That's funny.
May I ask a question? If people don't think women are getting plastic surgery for insecurity, what do you think they're getting plastic surgery for?
Are you asking that question for me?
Anybody. What are they getting
most of the
plastic
time.
surgery for if it's not for insecurity?
They could do it for themselves or for health reasons.
They do it because they want to change how they look.
So
Exactly.
so you
And if
think
they
that
don't,
hold on,
if they
you
don't
think a
like how
woman
they look, it's an
Let me
insecurity.
speak, y'all. I've been sitting up here a while and I haven't got a chance.
Okay, go ahead, Monroe.
Thank y'all. Okay, I want to say this. I am 28 years old. I'm from the US and I relocated to Bali, Indonesia, December. And this topic interested me because it is one of, I won't say a main reason, but it's one of the reasons I decided to leave the US. One being, we are too judgmental. And two, I think people have really forgotten that we only live one time. We are on this earth to be happy. Everybody shred everything you choose to do apart, whether it's you being happy, whether it's somebody else being happy. We choose to shred it apart if they don't understand it. A lot of people don't understand why I move and they try to share that apart. But I got time to sit down and explain to you why I decided to move. What Blacc Chyna is doing,
Mom, I'm
like
sorry,
you said,
Monroe.
she
Did you move to Bali to run down Russell Simmons, ma'am?
No.
Okay.
Why are you being disrespectful?
It was a question. It was a joke. Come on.
That wasn't a joke. Since she didn't find
Yeah,
it
it was
funny.
a joke. Yeah, well, it
Yeah,
was
I didn't
funny to
even
me.
know
How
he
about
was
that?
here. I didn't even know he was here when I moved, and I haven't seen him.
And it was obviously funny to the chat. So
They're not checking for black women when they come over here anyway. That's another topic. But anyway, what I'm saying is life is so short and we sit up here and we want to judge everything somebody else do. Like you said, Blacc Chyna was young, she was a stripper and she wanted to excel in her career. And at that time, everybody was getting plastic surgery. Now, for the women that want to ask, oh, why?
I guess Bali got that struggle wireless going on, so I don't know where she went. Are you back, Monroe?
Yeah, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah,
you.
we can hear you.
Okay, yeah, my tab was about to die. Okay, but people ask, why do women decide to get plastic surgery if it's not for a man or if it's not for insecurities? I would say it's partially for insecurities, like a woman that have kids and she didn't gain weight and she wants her old body back. What's wrong with her going to get surgery? Sometimes the gym cannot fix everything that you want
Speak
to
on
get
it.
done to your body.
Because
Sometimes the
people are
gym
not
cannot
training
fix
right.
everything. So people can go out and get surgery if they want to. You only have one life to live on this earth. Why do everything you
Y'all are
do
just
is picked
corny.
apart
Just
and
goofy.
judged? I
Thank
do
you
not
so
like that.
much.
That's what I don't like. That's why I left
So
the United. That's why I left the United States mainly. It's like y'all not even living for real. Y'all
Ooh,
living based on
speak
other
on it.
people's opinions.
who are you
Because
talking
a
about?
lot of you
People
got a
who
lot
get
of people,
plastic
and you got
surgery
a lot
are
of women.
living
I'm
because
not even
they're
talking about.
trying to stand
So
up
I'm
to
not talking about.
society. What are you
yeah,
talking about?
people
Everybody
who
who
get
people
plastic
who get
surgery.
BBLs are getting them
Goofy.
because other celebrities are getting BBLs.
Yep.
Other people who get nose jobs are getting nose jobs because other people have nose jobs. People who get lip fillers are getting lip fillers because other celebrities have lip fillers. Like, let's
Those are
be
the people
real.
who are living
They're
for
not
others.
getting.
Yep.
They're not.
So you're
People
hold on, wait,
aren't
time out. So you're
changing
talking
their
about the beauty
body
standard,
because
correct?
they want to change
No,
their body.
this is perfect because this is going to lead to my next question. You're talking about the beauty standard, correct?
I'm just talking about changing how they look in general, their body, their
The
face,
beauty
whatever.
standard, because now the beauty standard
if
is to
you
look.
want to think that plastic surgery is a beauty standard, then that's you. Nobody's saying that plastic
No,
surgery is a beauty
question.
standard.
No, you're not
That's
answering my
society.
question. You're now
That's
deflecting. Hold on,
society's
time
look
out.
on beauty standards.
Time out.
That's not
So
my
you
look on
understand
beauty
that's the beauty
standards.
standard now, correct? So if you understand that's the beauty standard, who
That's
set
not
that standard?
that's not my beauty standard.
Okay, that's fine. But
So it's not a beauty standard to
who
me.
set the beauty standard? Because I'll
The
give you a
women who
hint, it
got
ain't
the
women.
surgeries. It is
It ain't women that set that
It
beauty
is
standard.
women.
Yes, it's celebrities. Women are changing themselves because they see these celebrities changing their bodies too.
Mm-hmm.
But who set the beauty standard? It's not the celebrities. I'll give you a hint. It's men who set that beauty standard.
Well,
It's always been men.
I agree to you that men are the consumers of beauty, and
Which
should be the only
standard. Okay, so even if we
should be
want
the
to
only
say
objective
men
critics
are
of
setting,
beauty.
even if we are saying that men are setting the beauty standards, the women are literally changing their bodies because they want to attract men. That's still wanting to be seen and insecure about their selves.
Yep, they're saying
So-
that
But
I
it's
couldn't
men who
attract
force them
men.
to do it.
Hold on, there's no men didn't force nothing. No, stop using
Yes,
the word
y'all
force.
do. Don't sit here and try to say that y'all don't do this because you're doing it right now.
No man,
You're
no
shaming women
man
for
in
doing
the history
surgeries,
of
yet you're
ever.
liking and clicking pictures
No
of women who
man in
did
the
them, and you
history
don't even
of
realize.
ever. Sorry, sir. No man ever force a woman to get surgery. That is
you could try to
ridiculous.
unmute me all you want to, but the button is right there, my guy. Like I was saying.
I understand that, but if you talk
if you
over
understand
the host,
the white
my
system,
brother,
mute me every single time I prove your point to be
you
false.
will. No, you haven't proved one point to be false, man.
Yes, I have. The
you're
whole
saying,
reason why I got the most fucking gifts in this life is because people agree with me more than they're agreeing with you.
Gifts don't matter.
That's because these girls in the that's because the girls in the chat are soft. Like they don't want to be judged because they don't want to be judged.
And
They don't want to be judged because they agree with the beauty. Your so-called beauty standard. Your so-called beauty standard. Everybody thinks.
Because you're not lost your blood clot mind. Y'all
Oh,
lost.
Girl, where did you get that accent from? Where are you from? Where are you from?
America.
Oh my god.
Over here talking like that, girl. You, sir, whatever. I don't like that.
Pick me.
What the hell do you want me to call you?
Everybody wants me to say pick
I'm
me.
from
Pick
the
me,
US.
please.
Lord have
I'm a
mercy.
Southside shorty, but my father's from Jamaica. So
okay, and my mother is
you know that,
like,
okay?
so what?
Okay, we all black. Calm down. Shit.
Black as hell.
Trying to make fun of my accent.
All right, bro. Woo.
Just childish. For what? Like,
where did the other guy go? Where did we claim?
I guess he stepped away. Oh Lord, I don't know.
Okay, I would
Just foolishness. I don't understand why y'all just so vitriolically pick
Because this
apart
isn't
people's
about
bodies
gifts.
as if it
But this
affects
isn't
your life
about
daily.
gifts. Okay. I understand where you're coming from, but this isn't about gifts, okay? This is about brothers speaking against this type of behavior. However, he did state that he's giving Blacc Chyna her props because she is, I guess turning a new leaf or something like that. There's nothing wrong with that. He did
I
like I'm
agree.
trying
There
to
is
figure
nothing
out what
wrong
is
with
the
that.
problem.
I agree, but at the same time, he's consistently shaming women for getting their surgeries.
Okay,
That
because
doesn't
that
make any
means you're
sense to me.
insecure.
Because
That
y'all
that,
set
that
this
does mean
precedent,
you're
y'all set this beauty
insecure.
standard that you expect women to reach, but they can't reach with just going to the gym alone.
Yes, they
Yes, they
can.
can. No, don't
They
tell these
can't.
females that.
You can't
Yes.
unsag your titties without surgery, babes.
Okay, you
You
can put
can't get a
olive
bigger
oil
ass with
on
just
that.
going to the gym
I bet
alone.
you olive oil does wonders. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. There are a lot of holistic
No,
things. You can go to the gym. Let's not do
cannot fight
that.
the
No,
effects
I
of
had
gravity,
3
babes.
You
kids.
can go to the
Can't fight
gym,
the effects
yes.
of gravity.
Lord have
Yes,
mercy.
pure science.
It's called
Ma'am,
Lord, oh
or
Lord.
sir, or
it's called,
they. For one, you have women in here who have children, and let's keep it a buck. You're not a woman, no matter how bad you want to be one. You have
Oh
women in
wow,
here
here we
who
go
have
again.
children.
I never
Let's keep
once
it a
claimed
buck.
to be a woman, and you're sitting here trying to throw that in my face again with the disrespect.
No, I'm saying, I'm looking
That's
at your
being
page. And like,
time out. Nah, because you're gonna listen to what
I
men
mean,
have to say now. You're
you're
being
definitely
disrespectful, and that have once by
no.
disrespect.
Come on, bruh. All right, I'm telling you that you have women in here who have had children, and they're telling you, hey, the gym works. The gym helps you get your body back in shape. The real Gina, she's a woman with a child, and she can tell you, hey, exercise really whips your body back into shape, and she looks great. So how are you going to tell women who have children, who have ovaries, who are reproducing other human beings, that
Look at that.
the
That's
gym
the
does not
patriarchy
help?
working in his favor. You're reducing women to what they could do.
can I,
No, I'm just identifying the fact that they are actual women and you're not. But you're
Well,
saying the
time
gym
out,
don't
because
work, the
again,
gym
that's
don't
the
work, and all
patriarchy.
this
Because you're
other stuff.
reducing to women to what they could do. You're
can I,
just
No,
reducing
I'm
them like
not
they have
reducing.
ovaries, they have this, they have that, they can
They
have
do.
babies. Is that what all
They
you think of
can.
women? Is that all you think of women? Is my
No,
question.
I think
can I say something on for both
I
sides?
think that the real hold on. I think that the real Gina can speak from experience and tell you that she has had a child. She's a beautiful young lady and she is still in shape and she still has the body that she wants. So you're telling these women that, oh, exercise doesn't work, and that's not true. I'm a personal trainer and I tell you, women who get pregnant and when they get back in the gym, they be looking fire. They be looking
Okay, that's
fire, and it doesn't
wonderful,
take that
but it still
long.
doesn't change the fact that they might have cellulite and stretch marks, which men claim all the time that they're unattracted to.
No,
No,
men don't
bro,
say
men do
that.
not
Yes,
say that.
men do. You have
No,
you
There's
they
seen
nothing
it?
don't.
wrong with
No,
stretch
I love
marks.
no,
No,
they
they
Have you?
don't.
don't.
I'm
Have you
21 years
seen it in
old.
the
No.
street?
I'm
Men love
21
I've
years
seen
old,
stretch
it.
and
marks.
Oh
people
my
For the
people
goodness.
most
don't tell me they don't
disgusting
like my
things on
stretch
earth, and
marks.
for things they cannot control. And it's so
Men
sad
Oh
to
men
my
love the
see.
goodness.
stretch marks. Men love stretch
Okay,
marks
that's
on a woman
you.
who's in
I'm not
shape.
talking about you.
Right.
There's men on this
No,
earth
no, no,
who
no, 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 no.
don't.
No, the thing is, when it comes to stretch marks are good if the woman's in shape. But if she's fat, then it's like, ugh. But if she's actually in shape, then it's like,
There you go.
oh,
There
that's
you go.
fire.
Shaming body types. Exactly what the fuck I just talked about.
I mean,
No.
let's keep it a buck. As a whole, men don't like overweight women. So it's not about
That's
shaming
funny.
body types. I mean, it's true. It's true.
I've met a
It's not
plethora of men, real men, who actually like big girls.
okay.
Who
I'm
can
talking
handle
about
it.
high value men.
no,
Who
no,
can't
I'm
handle
talking
the
about
girl.
I mean,
We
I've
ain't
hit
Who
some
talking
can't
big
handle
about
big
girls, but
girls.
Pookie
I
This
did
ain't
it
got nothing
Day.
to
reluctantly.
It's okay.
I mean,
We not talking about
I've hit a
Pookie
big
Day.
girl, but I did it reluctantly in my younger days. So it's not that, oh, men wouldn't hit a big girl. Yeah, we would smash her, but that just goes into the sexual access and sexual variety is essential to a man's mental health. If
No,
she's there,
it's
she's
not.
there
If
and
you're
will
sitting
hit.
there and smashing anything that has a punani, you probably need therapy, babes.
It's not about anything that has a punani. I'm just saying that a man doesn't necessarily have to be attracted to a woman to smash her.
Oh, of course, 100% believe that, because I pretty much there's a bunch of women who slept with you who didn't even like your ass. But anyway, besides the point.
No, you didn't hear what I said. You didn't hear what I said. I said a man doesn't have to be attracted to
Neither does a
a
woman
woman
to
to
with
necessarily sleep with. Well,
Neither does
if
a
a
woman.
woman's
So your
not,
point?
well, hold on. If a woman's not attracted to you and she sleeps with you, then she probably did it for financial gain or some type of
No,
yes,
we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
we are doing that. Yes, we are
No.
doing that. Women
could literally
don't
promiscuously have
have
sex with no
intercourse.
shame. We're not going to shame women for having sex.
No, women
Why
women
can men
have sex with
but
people.
not women? That's my question.
It's not about that. It's not about that. You're misconstruing what I'm saying. Women have sex with men that they find attractive, but they also will have sex with men that they don't find attractive if they think that they can get a financial gain or some type of elevation in status. That's
Where
why
you get that fact from? Wikipedia?
No, I mean, you see Harvey Weinstein, guys like that going down because women were willing to sleep with him to get into Hollywood. So women are willing to sleep with guys that they're not attracted to in order to get some type of elevated status. Women are also willing to show their behinds online for $3.99 a month from individual subscribers for financial gain. So you're trying to tell me that women don't do sexual acts for financial gain. It doesn't matter who's digesting it. It doesn't matter who's digesting it. Nobody respects those women. It doesn't matter. It does not matter
because you're gonna sit here and
is
shame
digesting it.
sex work. Fine,
it's not shame. It's not shame. I never cast any type of shame or judgment on it. I just said men don't respect it. And no, we don't.
Okay, men don't respect it, but y'all still digest it. That's crazy. You a munch. Just say that.
Well, no, only simps do that. Simps pay for free content that is readily available and free online.
That's crazy.
No self-respecting man pays for adult film. No self-respecting man pays for adult films. Huh?
You think women here to please you for free? You think that's their job?
Bruh, you just made an argument that women don't do it. Women don't do it for money, and now you're saying, oh, they just don't please you for free. So which one is it? Do they please you? So which one is it? Do they please you for free, or do they please you for financial gain and status?
What I'm saying is, why do you expect women to please you for free? Why do you think pussy is readily available for you?
Well, it's readily available for me. If you work on yourself, it's readily available for you as a man. But I mean, if you don't put in the work, then it's not. And that's why you have a lot of sexless men. We just got a report from the Pew Research Center that said that 64% of men are single and 29 to 30% of men between the ages of 18 and 31 are sexless or haven't had intercourse within the past year. So there are a lot of men who are going without, and intercourse is not readily available. That's why they're resorting to paying for OF girls, and I don't support that.
So what are you trying to point out exactly? Is the question.
I'm trying to point out. Okay, so if you revert back to the 3 points, Blacc Chyna regrets doing OnlyFans. So that first point, I'm trying to point out
that's
that
her personal decision. So that does that mean
and I'm telling you, and I'm telling you that a lot of women are going to come out and start regretting doing OnlyFans. She's not just the only one. She's not just the only one.
Fine, and that's the personal decision. That doesn't mean that's the end all be all.
I'm telling you
the
that
reason why some people don't make it on OnlyFans is because one, they're not marketing themselves very well, or two, they don't know enough connects in order to boost themselves within that field of work. Because in order for you to boost in that field of work, you got to know somebody.
They're just not hot enough. That's it. They're just not hot enough.
And then here you go again.
No, that's it. I mean, that's it. If you're a woman and you fail on OnlyFans, you got to be one ugly bitch. I'm not gonna lie, because it is so
especially to come out of your mouth.
What are you trying to say?
Like, you're sitting here saying that like women are that's the type of things that I mean, that's the patriarchy in this work. Like, you're sitting
here if you fail on OnlyFans,
like naturally. Some of these women who have OnlyFans are having natural bodies, and you're sitting here and calling them ugly because
if they failed
to work out for them.
If you can't get one
that's
man,
the patriarchy, babes.
And I'm telling you, attractive women don't fail at OnlyFans unless they're lazy or ugly. It's one of the two. Like there's literally no way that a woman is not gonna glow up from doing OnlyFans content unless she's just butt ugly. And even ugly girls are winning on OnlyFans too. So I mean,
what you're saying does not make any logical sense, and it's
yes,
crazy.
it does, bro. Yes, it does, bro. Maybe because you don't deal with women.
Who does it make sense to? Helen Keller? Because it don't make sense to me.
Well, I mean, you're not a heterosexual man, so like
it doesn't matter if I'm a heterosexual.
Yes, it does,
or
because you would say, oh, every woman's beautiful, and that's not true. It's some ugly hoes out here, bro.
Okay, and that's fine, but don't sit here and shame women for looking like that. That's the whole.
Nobody shamed them. I'm just saying. I'm just being objective.
And here you are again, calling people
nobody
ugly
shamed
for the
them, bro.
that they have naturally, and then they turn around and get the surgeries, and then they come back, and then here you are shaming them for getting surgery. So what the fuck do you want for women?
Nobody shamed them, bro. I'm just saying, if you fail at OnlyFans, you're probably either ugly or lazy.
The delusion.
I mean, no
you
surgery
ain't no
is gonna
Delulu
help
era,
that.
aren't you? It's giving Delulu era. It's giving very much that.
I don't know what the hell that is, but
Delulu era means you're being extremely delusional.
No, you're delusional, sir. I mean, you're the one who thinks you're something you're not. So
you mean?
Nah, that's funny. That's hilarious because
it's not funny, bro.
What does that have to do with the conversation I had? Nothing. So
yes,
why
it does.
It
because
why are you punching
I
down?
just told you.
That's my question. Why are you punching down?
How am I punching down? You got more followers than me.
For a reason, babes. Because I'm actually a safer space for people.
A safe space. Yeah, that's because TikTok is just like, I mean, it's just trash. You get banned for anything. You get banned for having a conversation. It's BS.
Conversations like these that punch down, which is what
you're participating in, and you're participating in it. So what does that make you?
I'm participating on the right side, not the wrong side.
No, you're not.
Which is what you're doing, my guy.
No, you're participating on the wrong side.
And it's funny because, like, you sitting here, like, especially when women come up here and defend themselves, you immediately kick them out, and I'm still up here. That's crazy.
So that means
I defended. I kicked out women.
To me that you don't respect women in any way, shape, or form.
No, you see three women. You see 3 women on the panel.
Yes, 3 women up here who are on your side. That's the only reason why you have them up here.
Are the only 2 men.
That's the only reason why you have them up there.
No, the only reason why is because that
didn't even know my stance before I came up here. This is my first time up here. Don't do that.
Can I talk?
The lie that was said on your mouth.
No,
they have gone wild.
They have gone wild.
Like, for real.
Hold on,
boy. Can I say something real quick?
They're on your side. That's the only reason why. No one.
Excuse me, but this is my first time up here. I have never been up here.
Can I say something, Blasian? You've been up here. You've been up here, girl. Can I say something?
I've never been up here. Stop fucking lying, yo. I've never been up here.
Anyways, I've been waiting, and you've been up here talking.
I just paid for fucking deployment. Don't sit here and do that shit.
Girl, I'm talking about right now. Where's your brain?
Fuck out of here.
You've been up here, and I've been waiting. Be quiet.
Nice. Fuck out of here, yo. I swear, y'all civilians.
Anyway, Blasian and Gina sitting up here speaking up for everything else besides the host sitting up being homophobic, and then you, the host, you allow yourself to say,
hold on.
You allow yourself to speak out and say that a woman is ugly.
Hold on.
She's part of the insecure group.
How am I being homophobic when I literally let this man stay on here, bro? How am I being homophobic?
I don't think she's scared of him being gay.
Who is scared of gay? I'm really trying to figure this out. Who's scared of, like, I don't even know how that term makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know what homophobic is, as if I don't deal with it daily.
No,
like, he's did it several times within his life.
She's trying to say he was homophobic. Who said he was?
Yes, he was. He said some extremely homophobic and transphobic.
Do you know a phobia? A phobia is a fear of something. Several times. Why are you still here? If you feel so disrespected
today, why are you still here?
Because we're trying to have a conversation about this stuff, right?
So yes, and I think, and honestly, I think that
he can understand my standpoint without
is great. Honestly, I've been sitting here on mute.
If you care about women,
stuff I say, and
the word woman and the word ugly, when it come out of your mouth, you will be mindful about those things. You just fucking pouncing it your whole life. You're an asshole. You're a narc. And Gina and Blasian, you're some fucking pick-me's.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Another one of the civilian calls me a fucking pick-me.
I got
Corey.
it. And
All
you
right,
got
so
it.
thank you for your
Take it
time.
down.
Thank you for your time, and you're welcome for your service. Get out of here. Get out of here.
And you got
Lame.
Goofy.
You're
Goofy.
You're
definitely
like,
gonna
that's
be
even
ill.
wild to me. Like you sitting here
Definitely.
trying to say them extra type of shit. You sitting here like the only reason why you felt bold to even speak to a homegirl like that is because she's a dark skinned woman. Because if you really saw her in real life, you would be silent. You wouldn't say them things out your
Who are you
mouth.
talking to?
You wouldn't.
What in the world?
Who are you talking to?
Both of y'all.
Okay, wait. Don't do that.
I'm not
Do not
scared
do
of
that.
no color.
I'm black
White,
as hell.
brown,
Do not do that.
Not for real. She went up on me
They
so
do not do
fast.
that.
She was
They do not do that. That's
You went up on me so fast. You don't even know. You don't know nobody's background. You don't know nobody talking about.
They, why you gotta
You
come
went
at
up
me
on
like
me
that
way
for real?
too.
I
You
been
don't even know
respectful.
nothing.
Oh my god.
You don't know nothing.
They, I'm not even light skinned. What
Because
is
I'm
happening
light,
right now?
because I'm light skinned means that I would be scared to confront her in person. That
No,
makes sense.
don't talk about in person. And then you and Gina, you probably got, you look like you got some badass genetics. You look like your mom,
I
your
don't
grandma,
have bad
everybody else is
genetics.
skinny. You can't speak
Look,
on a woman having bad genetics, being insecure, and wanting to get
Do you see
surgery.
my
What the
profile
fuck is wrong with being
No
insecure?
discipline.
It is perfectly fine
don't have
to be
big
insecure
men
and
I like
stop
to
shaming
wear.
women for
I'm
natural
natural
feelings.
hair and all,
Stop
baby.
allowing
I'm
men
not
to
for hair
manipulate your
off.
dumb
Do you
ass
see my body?
into thinking
My
it's
body
okay
isn't
to
bad
shame
Man, why
women
would you
about
talk to her
natural
like
feelings.
that?
You insecure, pick me ass, lick ass.
Yeah,
Why
yeah,
are so
What
yeah,
are you talking about?
yeah.
say this is
Fuck is wrong with
oh Lord have mercy. Oh
like
Jesus
you.
Lord. It's
Like
too
that,
much.
y'all the type of women that I say constantly that I don't
It's too
like
much.
because y'all proved it
They,
time and time again.
I'm
listen,
Do shit to
insecure.
you
today's
have been
men, knowing that
respectfully
it's not
I
gonna
can
work in
wear
your
my
disagreeing
fucking
this
face.
natural
whole
face
Y'all
and my
stay
time.
natural
in and stay
hair.
out.
Like, what are you
Y'all
talking
Y'all,
about?
she said nobody
stay
is
out.
on
Y'all
here
crazy.
because I'm dark
Y'all
skinned and the
fucking
bitch is a
crazy.
colorist.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Oh my God,
Thank
dark
you.
skin, my daddy black and I'm a colorist. My mama's black and white and I'm a colorist.
Yes, you could be.
What
You
is
That's the
wasn't
what
crazy
is
crying.
part.
You wasn't
happening?
crying when you was
Oh
sitting
my
your ass
God.
up
Wait, you
here
say you have a
silent
white
and
mom?
pick me.
My man is a dark skin.
Wait.
Like, let's be
Wait,
for
hold
real.
up.
Did you say you have a white mom?
Ooh,
Did
child,
you just say you have a white mother?
I have a black and white mother. I don't have just a
Oh,
white
that
mother.
explains everything. Thank you for pointing it out.
Hold on.
What does that have to do with anything?
Hold on. What?
That
Hold
means
on. Why are y'all
everything.
ganging up on Gina though? Why are y'all
Because
ganging up
they're
on
mad.
Gina?
Because I'm light skinned. They saying that I'm a colorist. I don't even know how.
Girl, you
Yes,
literally
because
told me
I
that
don't
I'm
know
beautiful.
how I'm
probably
a
bald
You
colorist.
know,
headed.
y'all,
Why
y'all
would
getting,
I? Why would you
My
assume that I'm
dad
bald headed?
is literally dark skinned.
Yes.
My
if
dad
you want to
is.
talk about
Because you
somebody, you
light
could
skinned.
talk about me. Don't talk about Gina. We not finna do that shit. If you want to
Girl,
talk about me
like I said.
and my
They're
age,
funny.
go
No,
ahead.
they're
Go ahead. Put
haters.
it over
They're
here
talking
because I
about
can take
I'm
all the bullshit.
insecure
I'm
when
on
you
you
can
all day. I
literally
can take all the
clearly
bullshit. I don't
see.
give a fuck.
I don't care either. She's talking about I'm insecure. First of all, I don't wear no makeup. I'm not insecure. I'm far from it. You see, I'm all natural in my profile pic. You have a wig
Wow.
on
Do you
to
want a round
hide
of
your
applause? Do you want
hair.
a cookie?
Hold on.
Like, come on now.
What color is your leaf?
Hold on. Order in the court. So
You being called insecure had nothing to do with looks. Come on, baby. Can you think deeper than that?
ma'am, hold on. We gotta calm down, all right?
Say them things, Sumo. Say them things with your chest.
God damn, this thing. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now, objectively speaking, Gina is the baddest on the panel, respectfully. All right, so y'all
wonder why.
They're gonna call you a colorist. Don't even say that. They're gonna call you a colorist.
My point is, get the fuck again.
They're gonna call you a colorist. Don't say that.
I mean, it's true.
Don't say that. They're gonna call you a colorist.
Okay.
Please don't say that.
Lord have mercy. Okay. Lord Jesus. Whew. There's nothing wrong with what he just said. He is not
There's
what y'all are trying to
everything wrong
call
with what
him.
he just said.
But how? How?
There's everything
How?
wrong
Let
with
me
it.
know.
There's only one reason why he picked Gina.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Why? And I
what's the
wonder how
reason?
your girlfriend feels because you just said you had a girlfriend. You sitting here saying Gina's the baddest one in here. I want to know how she feels.
She would probably agree.
She will probably smack the shit out of you. Is what she probably would do.
No, sir. No, I have control over my relationship. ain't no smacking. No,
put your ass on the couch, babes.
How's she gonna put me on the couch in my own house?
Watch. This is the crazy part.
Not
Y'all
every
niggas
female
really think I
acts,
have control
acts
over relationship
masculine.
when
Not
pussy
every
controls
female
all.
acts masculine like everybody else.
Look,
These
I mean,
There you go
that's not the
again.
reality.
With some
stunning.
colorist ass remarks. Like that's the shit I was
No,
talking about.
Bro, do you know what colorist is?
How is that
Do you know
colorist?
Yes,
what
I know.
colorist
I
is?
deal with it daily, babes. What the hell
Do
are
you
you
know
talking
what
about?
colorist is?
You
Can
don't
you
know
give
what
me
it
the
is.
definition of
The only
colorist?
reason why you saying that is because
Like,
you
come
don't know
on
what
now.
it is.
Please shut up. You don't know what it is. You saying that
I don't know what it is,
say
babe.
someone
I
is
don't know what it is.
masculine, that's a
That's
colorist?
crazy. I deal
Bro,
with it
shut
every day.
up.
No.
I know what
Shut up.
colorist
I'm
is.
black as
You don't
hell.
even
How
know
do
what colorist
yo,
means.
yo, on
How the
God,
fuck do I
yo,
not know
sir.
what it is if I deal with it daily? I deal with it daily. You the perpetrator, babe. I deal with daily. With it daily.
What
So how
made
the
me
fuck you gonna tell
colorist?
me what it is
What
or
made
isn't
me
when I
colorist?
deal with
What
it
did I
fucking
say
daily?
to make me
Watch your
colorist?
fucking mouth.
What did
All
I
right,
say
all
to
right,
make
all right.
me colorist?
Hey,
Don't do that.
sir.
Sir, don't do that.
Hold on, sir. Hold on, sir. You're not gonna speak to a woman like that. So calm down, collect yourself. If you want to remain on this panel, you are not going to speak to a woman like that. Okay? So you can reflect on your behavior and come back to the panel, but you're not going to talk to a woman like that. Not in my presence,
And
sir.
she's not gonna talk to me like that. The amount
She
of
didn't
times
talk to
All
you
I
like
asked is
anything.
what is making
and
me
I was
colorist?
silent.
What made me colorist? What did I say that made me colorist?
You literally just said you literally just said
I
most
didn't
women
say
act
nothing
masculine.
about
You know
no
exactly
dark
what you
skin,
meant
not
by
You
that.
didn't
dark
say
Which
skin.
women are you
anything.
talking
Would
about?
you stop
I
Which
lying?
women were you talking about?
I said
Which women are you
not
talking about?
all. Let me
Because you
repeat
know who
myself and
exactly
slow
what
it
type of
down
woman
for
gets
you.
painted as
Let me slow
masculine
it down for
constantly.
you because
You
you're
know
kind
that.
of slow.
You know that.
I
And then you're a
said
perpetrator. You
not
say that coloristic
every
ideology. Babe, you
female
crazy.
is
You fucking crazy.
masculine. Not
That's
every
all she
female is
said. I'm trying to
masculine. That has
understand.
nothing
Like,
to
she
do
didn't
with
say
being
nothing
colorist.
wrong.
That has
If she
nothing
said something wrong, my bad ass self, I would have no problem
Why
saying
did
something.
she
She
say
didn't say nothing
not every
wrong.
female is masculine? Why did you say that?
Because
a lot of y'all are
Oh,
masculine.
yeah, see.
he said about his girlfriend what she would smack him. That's
Yeah.
something a masculine female would do. That's why
Yeah.
I said what I said. But y'all
Exactly.
calling me colorist when I never said nothing about no color.
Girl,
no
because
skin
I
color.
called you
Y'all
a
brought up
colorist.
her color, and why is that
Girl,
such an issue for y'all?
listen,
What is the
girl, because
problem?
I called you a colorist because you said I called you insecure, but I'm probably bald headed.
How does that have anything to do with color?
Oh, that's crazy.
What?
That's
How
a
does
real
that have
crazy remark.
anything
I
to do
just
with
remembered.
color? Obviously, you do not know.
Okay, why
Hold
did
on,
you
hold on, hold on.
go
Let
to look?
me
We're having a
let me ask a
conversation.
Women should
question
go to that
though.
links to say that.
I
Hold
said
on.
that
This
your
actually makes
view.
a good point. I'm sorry. This actually makes a good point. Why are y'all so intimidated by Gina for being light skinned? Why are y'all so intimidated? Why does that
Who
grind
said
your
we was
gears and upset
intimidated?
Oh
you?
my God!
Who said
Because of
that?
how y'all
Now, who
acting.
the fuck
Listen,
said
order
that?
in the court,
Y'all
for real.
call me
Order in the
Who
court.
colorist.
messaged you
Listen,
Order
today?
in the
y'all
court.
call me
Y'all know
colorist
y'all
when
out of
I didn't say
pocket.
nothing
You
about
Y'all
no
getting
basically
color.
covered.
girl, you thought lost
The
your
host know what
blow
he
top
doing.
mind.
The host know what he doing.
Intimidated. Wow.
Y'all, I
Bro,
mean,
y'all
you
literally
sound
just
Because
very
why would
intimidated.
you just
Wow.
called me a
attack?
colorist
Wow.
when I
And
didn't
you
even
see
say
me?
nothing
I'm
about
kind of
color.
frankly a bad bitch if I do say so myself.
This is goofy as fuck.
Why is
Real.
the host so intimidated by poor?
Right. Exactly.
Intimidated
Because
by
not
what?
once have you picked me yet. It's the
Intimidated by
crazy part.
what? Intimidated
Me.
by what?
Me.
None of your
Because I've been
McDonald's
coming out to
Wi-Fi
America
went
since
out. Go
childhood and you
ahead.
have yet to kick me, but you continuously kick women as soon as they start defending themselves.
No, I'm just
Oh,
refreshing the panel.
Lord.
And the only woman that I really kicked was the disrespectful white lady. That was the only one. So
No,
that should be a
I've
W.
seen the
Hold on.
I've seen it constantly.
Hold on. That should be a W for the black community because I kicked the white woman out.
Constantly.
Yeah, because the white woman was
Constantly.
calling you out of your shit.
Wait
She
a
was
minute.
wrong.
Hold
She
the
was
fuck
wrong,
on.
though. She was
So
wrong.
constantly. So if it's constantly, then if you're so bothered by the message, why do you keep coming back?
Like I said, we're trying to have a conversation. You're trying to use that against
Okay.
me, babes. Try again.
All right. Granted. No,
All right.
go ahead. Do your thing.
No,
Do your
because you
thing,
tried
babe. Do your
again. And you're
thing.
saying you're
Listen,
failing
these
yet
are
again.
literally the
That's
people who
crazy.
called me colorist when I didn't even say nothing about color. You cannot get nothing through their head.
You
They
did. You just
think-
called her dark skin. We're bald headed. That's exactly what the
What?
fuck
That's
you
not
did.
colorist, you moron. You don't even
That
know
is
the
colorist
definition
as
of
fuck.
colorist.
you want to call me a moron?
You are so
uneducated.
You are so uneducated. It's funny. But you think me calling somebody bald headed is being a colorist? You're
I have one more
retarded.
degree. Where's yours at?
Y'all are not.
I'm in nursing school. What are you talking about? I'm about to get my
babe.
bachelor's of science nursing degree. What is you talking about?
Also, you don't got it,
Hello,
is what I'm
Gina.
saying. So how you gonna call me?
Listen, I'm a
uneducated?
whole
You ain't
regular
got
nurse, and I
nothing.
say degrees
You don't
don't matter.
know. You don't know what the definition of a colorist is. You just try to say
I
me calling someone bald-headed.
daily.
You just try to say.
Daily, do you
You
not get?
just
Do I
try
have
to
to sound it
say
out for
me
you?
calling someone
Sound it out for you?
bald-headed.
Do I have to sound it out for you?
Gina, what is your definition of colorist?
Right. Go on,
It's
baby.
someone discriminating towards a darker skin tone in their race or ethnicity. That's what colorist is. I didn't say I
It can
didn't
also be
discriminate.
by features,
Listen,
babes.
I didn't
Which
discriminate.
what you
No,
did.
if you look up the definition, and this is literally the definition. I'm not telling you what I'm thinking or by your own definition. This is the definition on the internet. It doesn't say nothing about. It doesn't say nothing about dark skin feature. It doesn't say nothing about that. It's just their skin tone. I didn't say anything about nobody's skin tone.
You know,
at
it's not
all.
only just words; it's actions.
Me
Y'all
calling
grow
someone
up
bald headed. Listen, me
Is an
calling someone
action.
bald headed is not me making me colorist.
You're saying it to a dark skinned black
If
woman is
a
making it
It doesn't
colorist.
matter.
if a
If
white
she's
woman
bald, she's
had
bald.
And
if a
that
white
proves to
woman
me that you
had
don't know
a
the definition of
wig,
colorist, which
if
is
a
crazy.
Listen,
part.
listen,
Y'all
I've
sitting
seen
here talking about
I've
that's not
seen
the
a whole
definition
lot
when
of
y'all
bald-headed
motherfucking
people of
perpetrators.
all
That's
races.
crazy.
What are you talking about?
Exactly. If I said it to a white
Talking
woman, I'm
about?
colorist. Like, come
No,
on now.
that don't make no sense.
Wait, but
Girl,
why
now
would
you're
you
just
even
being
assume she was
obtuse.
bald-headed
You're
in
being
the first
obtuse for
place?
no fucking reason. That's
Bro,
crazy.
you're mad.
Why did
You know
you?
exactly
Why
what the
did
fuck
you
you just did when you
assume?
called
You
that
want
dark
to
skinned
have
black
Why
woman
did
bald.
you
you want
assume
to
she
have
was bald-headed
listen.
in
Don't
the
sit here
first
and act
Y'all
like
want
you
to have
thought
an
you knew
issue
exactly
with
what you
me,
were,
so
babe.
you calling me
You
a
knew exactly
colorist.
what the fuck you were
You
doing.
want
Hold
to have
on.
an issue with me, so you calling me colorist.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm looking at the Samarache, the woman who she, allegedly called bald headed, and it does look like her edges are pushed back a little bit. So I
Why are
do
you
want to
sidelining the
preface that
comments?
it
Why are you
does look
sidelining
like.
the comments, sir?
I'm
Nah,
just
I
saying.
don't
I'm looking at
appreciate
her
that.
page right
Why the
now.
fuck you sidelining them
Looks
comments?
like
That's unnecessary. That is
it looks
so
like
fucking
her
unnecessary.
edges
Why are you sidelining that
are.
shit?
I'm just
Bro,
That is
saying.
can
so
I ask
disrespectful.
Gina a
And this
question?
is what
she's
So a
dark-skinned black
person
people mean
stating
when they
facts
say
is a
they are
problem.
It's
not
It
not.
protected
doesn't.
by
I
This
called
is
her
exactly
bald
what
headed
the
because
fuck
I
they
called
mean.
her bald headed.
This
That's
is
why.
exactly what the
I
fuck
said,
they mean.
and I
It
But
really
wasn't a
you know
started
there
it.
was a
stretch.
I
deeper
really
meaning
started
there.
You
it
sit
with
here
saying she was
sidelining those
insecure.
anti-black ass comments. That's
Bro,
crazy.
It wasn't a stretch. It
every
wasn't
Sidelining
a
that shit.
color
That
stretch.
is the
wears
most
wigs. Let's
disrespectful thing
stop
a black
trying
man
to.
could ever do.
You have a problem
So
with me,
exactly.
sweetheart.
So if
You
every
have
color
a
wears
problem with
wigs,
a
why was
sweetheart.
it such a problem when she's wearing a wig?
Y'all are such a
I
problem
said it
because
in
y'all sit here
general. I can say
perpetuate
it to
the
you.
same
You
shit y'all
probably
dislike
listen.
every single
I'm gonna
day.
say it to you too, since you think that I'm just saying it to her. You probably bald headed too because you got a wig. Is you happy?
I'm
If a
not
white
bald
I
headed.
ain't
girl
got a
comes
Wigs
wig,
are
baby.
if a
Look at my
white
protective
girl
hair that
comes
I've
in here
grown
hairstyles.
for
wearing a
4
wig, I
You
years.
say it
realize
to her
that's so
too.
Do you
It
see
don't
my
have nothing
hair?
to
oxymoronic.
do with
That's
skin
so
tone.
oxymoronic.
Yay.
Wigs
This
are
is
Y'all want
why
to
I
have
literally
a
said that
problem
last
with
protective
4
me,
years
so
you've
you
been
hairstyles
calling
wearing
me
no
a
that
wig.
you
colorist.
wear so that your hair can grow. So why would I be
Oh
bald
No,
my
headed under
God.
a
we not
wig?
finna
That
do
That's a
is
that.
protective
excuse.
No, we
hairstyle.
not.
Are
Right.
you
Finna,
dumb?
we not.
Excuse.
Finna,
Exactly.
we not
Are
You
you
finna.
did
dumb?
that shit on
No, we not
purpose.
finna do that.
Excuse.
You did that shit
No,
on
braids
purpose.
are a protective hairstyle. What the hell a wigs are when you gotta glue shit on your fucking edges?
People
Get out of
literally
here.
get
You
their
don't
hair
Nobody
see.
wants to
out
That's
hear
the
that
wigs.
problem.
shit.
Y'all are putting your
That's
Respectfully.
wigs on
disgusting
wrong.
as
Y'all are
fuck.
literally
Respectfully.
putting your wigs on wrong. Y'all are putting your wigs on wrong.
I
Don't put
never
the
wore a
wig for
wig. I don't
snatching your
need to wear a
edges
wig.
when you ain't put that shit on
Right.
yet.
This
I
nigga.
never wore a wig. So my
Colorist
hair,
as fuck.
it
Y'all
never
sit
got
here
ripped
sideline
out.
this shit
I
constantly
just
and then
said,
wonder why we
I
don't
just
like
said,
y'all. Y'all sit here and say shit like this.
What do
who's
we like
y'all?
y'all? What are you What
Who's
does that
y'all?
mean? What does
He's
that
telling
mean?
you.
What does
He's
that
saying
mean?
this is why he doesn't like
What does that
women.
mean? What does that mean, Dave?
No, I'm saying
Dave,
this is why
why
I
don't
don't
you
like
explain to
light-skinned
me? What does
people
that
because
mean?
y'all sit consistently sideline and say
So
everybody
you're
Lord.
the
like
What did
women.
I
colorist.
The
So
shit
say?
does
you're the
not
All I said was
Wow,
something
wow,
about wigs.
So you're
wow.
colorist.
Everybody wears
Crazy.
wigs.
I'm not
You
colorist.
assume that.
I have
You
I have
just, sir.
advice as to why I feel the way that I feel. Like,
Hold on, sir. You just said you don't like light-skinned people. You're the colorist, not Gina.
Colorist is only for dark skin tones.
Exactly.
No.
Exactly. You just
Colorist
like
is
you,
only
yo,
for
what
dark
the
skin
fuck?
tones. So they're saying I'm colorist because I call someone bald headed, but that, like, me calling someone bald headed has nothing to do with dark skin tones. A white person could wear a dang
So what do you?
dang
No.
wig, and I would call
So
her
what
bald
does
headed.
they them?
You knew what the fuck you was doing, Gina. Don't sit here and lie.
You're bald headed too. Shut up.
I'm not bald headed. You can see that I have fucking locks, you dumb bitch. Are you fucking stupid?
You ain't got it. No,
You
don't
can
do that.
see
Don't
the
do that. Don't do
profile
that.
picture.
Don't do
Let's
that. Don't do
face
that.
again.
Day, sir, man, whatever the fuck. Don't do that.
Yeah, I
Be
mean,
mad.
guys, wow. I mean, that guy. Oof. I mean, and they say I hate women. Jesus. Woo.
Lord have stress me
Gina,
out.
I
Done
think
stress
his
me out, and
whole-
I'm old. Listen, that done stress.
Please
His
don't
point
sit here and
wasn't-
try to call me a colorist because I call someone bald headed.
It wasn't the actual comment, Gina. It was the
Yes, it was.
assumption behind
No,
it.
those were y'all's assumptions.
Okay,
Y'all
please stop
assumed-
yelling.
You said I was a color. Everybody in the comments was saying I was colorist because I said someone was bald headed. Please, how does me saying someone's bald headed correlate to being a colorist? How does that have anything to do with it? Because I said it to someone with a wig. If I'm telling you right now, if a white girl comes up to this panel right now wearing a wig, I will call her bald headed too. It's not just you. You guys took it the way y'all want to took it. If the shoe
I've
fits
seen
Cinderella,
bald-headed
wear it.
women of all races in the army, so I don't want to hear it.
Yeah,
I think they bald. They bald as hell.
Y'all are not deeping it, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, let's just
understand,
keep it a buck, though. Let's just keep it a buck. They're ganging up on Gina and Blasian because they're the most attractive women on the panel.
Excuse me, sir?
That's why they're ganging up on Gina and Blasian.
Why
That's
are
just
you
the reality.
You're
instigating on your
completely.
own live?
That is very ignorant to say.
No, it's
Why
not.
are you
It's
instigating
the
on your
reality.
own live?
Opinion. Like,
I'm not gonna. We don't have to do the cutting off thing. Everybody could speak one at a time. It's simple.
I agree.
It's
Go
like,
ahead.
wow, it's the loudness. It's too much. But what you were saying when you called her bald, you called her bald because she had a wig on. Why? If somebody's wearing a wig, why are they bald?
Because more likely they're bald or
That is not
balding.
because she felt like saying it. Because she felt like saying it.
I have a
because she
homegirl
felt
that's.
like saying it.
I have
No,
a homegirl
that's
that's
literally-
white.
Let me
Listen,
finish
no,
That is
speaking.
I'm
literally
answering
such
your
an
question. You asked me a question and I'm
I was
answering it.
I was
I'm
still-
answering it.
Whoa, why are you so why
So
are you so
what?
high?
You asked a question and I'm answering it. You asked me why did I assume she's bald? Because I said most people with wigs are bald or balding.
And
I
you
have
were
a
stating a
homegirl.
claim
Tell
that
them,
is
Gina.
Listen, I
Tell
have a
'em.
homegirl that's white. And
You're
she's
stating a
balding
claim
from
that's
the wig.
incorrect. So all these people
So
in
what is you
Hollywood,
talking
all
about?
these women of all races
Is there an
who wear
echo or
wigs,
am I
they're
tripping?
bald headed? You know that's not true. Correct? Let's be
I mean-
honest. So
I
you
mean,
said
let's keep it a
something that
buck.
is not factual.
Hold on. Let's keep it a buck. See when this is my issue. She said that the girl was bald headed because she was wearing a wig. Now, when you look at the woman's profile, you can obviously tell that her edges are way back there, and that's just the reality. So she wasn't wrong in making the assumption. Now, the woman is not bald. She's not bald, but she wasn't wrong in assuming, especially because that woman attacked her first, because she was saying some things about Gina that honestly were inaudible because everybody was fighting at that moment. But Gina shot her shot back in defense of herself because they were attacking her. Even the homosexual man was coming up on here calling her a B and da-da-da-da. And this is a mother.
Well, yeah, that's absolutely out of pocket. None of that has to happen. But you just have to understand. And then you called somebody else bald because they had a wig on. So
No. She called the gay man bald, and he is bald.
No,
He's
I
bald.
called her bald too because
Yes,
he said they were saying, "Oh, I'm just saying it because she's like basically saying she's a dark skinned woman." So I'm saying,
Right,
and I keep
yeah.
on telling them if it was a white girl or a lighter skinned girl with a wig, I would still call them bald headed.
But it
has nothing to do with your skin tone. Y'all are making it seem that way because y'all want to make it seem that way.
I didn't say anything.
No,
so
I'm not saying
y'all.
you. I'm just saying people in the comments. Everybody's calling me colorist. They don't even know the definition of colorist and calling me a colorist because I said someone was bald headed.
Okay, you have to understand from growing up and females, us being dark skinned. It's automatically we were said that we were like bald headed or didn't have any hair compared to the light.
That's still not. That's stereotyping. It's not colorist. It's stereotypes. It's a stereotype. It's not a colorist. If y'all want to use definitions, listen. If y'all want to use definitions, and y'all want to use words, use the right word.
How old are you?
It doesn't matter. Y'all don't even know what words. Y'all don't even. Y'all use the word.
Somebody who has a more experience.
Y'all use the wrong words. Y'all use the wrong words.
They learn a new word and then they want to use it because I guess it makes them happy.
Y'all.
Oh my God!
The people
I did not use any word incorrectly.
The people in the comments could have said, "Oh, she's stereotyping. She stereotypes. She stereotypes." That's what they could have said, and I wouldn't have a problem with it. Instead, they used the wrong term and called me a colorist when I'm not a colorist.
Well, I don't think that's so much of a reach to say that. And here's why I say that. Because I'm a darker skinned woman myself. And the lady below me is correct. Growing up, we heard stuff like that all the time, left and right in school. And you'll say,
it's a stereotype.
But you have to listen. Hold on, you gotta listen. In order to stand the point, you have to listen. When you hear stuff like that all your life, oh well, you're bald headed, and the only way that you hear that, the only time that you hear that is when you're looking at a dark skinned woman or a dark skinned girl.
Yes.
It becomes what I'm saying is when you're making a comment like that, it's based out of stigma.
It's racial stereotype.
A racial stigma.
Stereotype. If someone says
stereotyping,
racial stigma, black women like what? If they say black people like watermelon, what is that?
Wait a minute. The reason why you're not well versed on it. Wait a minute.
If people say
if you have
black people eat watermelon,
if you have not
what is that?
You have not lived the experience, you can't speak on that. You can't try to water it down.
Y'all don't even know.
It's a stereotype.
Y'all don't even know what words mean.
It's a racist comment as well. It's deeply rooted.
That's not racist.
Because you're like fighting for your life.
That's not racist.
Oh my God. That's why I asked you who told you that that's not a racist comment? Who told you that?
Do you know what racist means?
And it can
do you know what racist means?
Here's what she's doing.
Give me the definition of racist.
No. Wait a minute.
Here's what Gina's doing.
Here's what Gina's doing. She's purposely not mentioning color so that she can pass it off and say, "Oh, well, I'm not being colorist because I didn't even mention skin color."
That's not
true. Just like with racism, you don't have to mention color anymore in order for the comment to be racist in nature. You don't.
Y'all don't even know.
It's never been that way. So stop playing semantics.
I'm majority black.
You're playing semantics.
I'm majority black, and y'all want to tell me about
I don't care about
being
racist. Or looking up the definition.
Oh my God.
People are common sense out here.
Oh my
God.
God.
Hit the like button.
Y'all are boring and dumb.
It's so much different when who's talking over me?
Uneducated.
Who's talking over me?
It's Chyna.
Baby, you don't have to be Einstein to know. You don't have to be
uneducated. Uneducated.
You don't have to be uneducated. Be educated to know that it's based on experience, and that's
no. Y'all mix up terms.
You're not well versed on it.
Y'all mix terms up.
If somebody says that something like that offends them, you don't get to argue that it doesn't.
I never said it.
For this woman is
you're fighting for your life, trying to prove that you're not a colorist, but the comment that you made was
fighting for her life. She has a right to stick up for herself.
Excuse me. She's been doing it the last 20 minutes.
Oh, you're very much so.
She's been doing it the last 20 minutes.
Because I have to.
Stop speaking for her. She's a grown ass woman.
I have to tell y'all
for her, Blacc 40-year-old woman.
I have to tell y'all slow people what a colorist is.
You're not slow. You're gonna go again with another comment.
I don't give a damn because I don't even fucking age. I don't care.
Please,
everybody want to talk about
Blacc, that's you talking about. You can keep yapping.
Thank God. Y'all keep wearing that makeup and the wig. You gonna look old. You gonna look old.
I'm not listening to you right now. I'm
so what the fuck do I care?
I'm not talking to you right now. Drop the accent. We get it. It's cute. It's cool. Nice. Be quiet.
Accent.
Shut
I'm
up
from New
now.
York City.
You
Literally
can be
from the Bronx.
quiet
What is she
now.
talking about?
Nobody's
Accent
talking
from
to
where?
you.
I'm
Nobody's
from New
talking
York
to
City.
you.
What is she talking
Nobody's
about?
talking to you. Nobody's
All
talking to you.
right.
It's
Go
okay.
ahead. Go ahead,
It's
Miss
giving the
Ma'am.
child
Go
that
ahead,
didn't get
Miss
attention
Ma'am. You
growing
got
up.
the floor.
It's
Go
giving the
ahead.
child that didn't get attention growing up. Be quiet.
Uh-oh.
I was raised by
Be
both of my
quiet.
parents.
You do this
Where's
on
your
every
father at?
platform.
Do
You're
you
on
have your
Black
father's
Guru doing
last
the
name?
same thing, yelling
Do
the
you
big
have
little
his
voice from
last
the hole.
name?
Shut
Get
up.
the hell out of
Shut
here. You
up.
coming for
Shut
For
up.
what?
Shut up.
For
Go
what?
busy
For
yourself.
what?
You're on
For what? Go
everyone's
get
live
some
doing the same
discipline for
goddamn
real.
thing.
You
Be
ain't got no
quiet.
It's the fact
discipline.
Be
that y'all sitting
From
black
bad
women
as
quiet.
hell. Get out of
You're
here.
not
black
getting
women just
anything
sitting
through to
three black
me.
women just going
You're
at
trying
each
to
other.
support a
Stop that.
colorist, and I'm telling her that she's colorist. Let me get the point out.
Okay, y'all. I'm
That's what you're
coloring.
doing.
Are you happy now? I'm
Yeah,
coloring.
no, are you
Are you happy? Are you
Are
happy
you
now?
happy?
Are you happy?
Are you happy? Did you get the
I told
attention
you
you
what you
needed?
wanted to hear
Finally,
because you
did you get
talking
your
about
rocks off?
you're talking
Did you
about
get your rocks
I'm
off?
defending
You
my
probably got
life
4 or
and
5
everything
phones
like
waiting
that.
to get in Black Guru's line as well, because we know that
What?
you're all over it trying to get your
Girl,
balls
you're
up
a
for
skip
having an
me.
opinion.
You're a skip me type of
Girl,
woman. I
stop.
don't really
You're all
care
over every
nothing
black
about
man's
you.
live trying
I
to be a
don't
dick sucker.
care.
Stop.
I suck
Yeah,
my man's
please,
dick.
please,
That's what I do.
girl, 40-year-old
You're
woman,
a
we don't need
skip
it.
me.
I don't need it.
You're a
I don't need
skip
it.
me.
I don't
You're
need
a
it.
skip me
I
type
don't
of
need it.
girl.
I don't
You're
need
a
it.
come. You're
I don't need
literally
it.
the
I don't need it.
definition
I
of
don't need
come
it.
and
You're a
go.
pick me.
You're a come and
Pick
go
me.
type of girl.
They in
So
the
what are
comments
you
saying
talking
it.
about?
Pick
Gina,
me.
Okay,
Pick
that's
me.
fine.
not
Pick
That's
let
me.
me
fine.
Pick
I
me.
got
damn.
picked.
Pick
I already
me.
got picked.
It's
What are
giving
you
us
It's
talking
pick
about?
okay.
me.
You're
You're
a
mad
skip
because
me,
your
and you're a
colorist
I
friend
skip
got
got
me.
called out.
picked.
That's not
Come
my
from my
problem.
age,
Maybe
I
you should
and
got
use
it
your
really
words
picked.
doesn't
wisely.
matter.
You're
It
There's
calling
really
me
doesn't
Maybe
A.
you
matter.
picked.
I
should
don't.
use
I
your
I'm
words
got
not even
wisely.
picked
look for it.
already.
Maybe
It
your
doesn't
friend
even
should
If
use
you
matter.
your
say
I
words
got
no,
wisely.
picked
Everybody
You would
in
have
the
already.
never
world
got
knows how
dragged
I
into
look.
this. All you
I
had to do
I
was
got
shut
don't
up.
even
picked
fucking
All
already.
you
use
had to
my
do was
age
shut up.
because guess
But you can't stop.
Okay, I got to interject here. Ladies, I mean, let's try one at a time. Let's just try it. I'm not gonna lie, Gina kind of ate you up with that skip me comment. That was hard how she flipped the pick me to the skip me. That was fire. So she ate you up on that one. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, she's kind of winning this argument, but continue. Y'all can go ahead and unmute. Wow.
As I was saying,
oh,
your comment was colorist in nature, whether
Okay,
you
if
mentioned
it
color or
makes you
not.
feel better to
Whether
say
you
that, then
mentioned
go
color or
ahead,
not,
girl.
Blazing,
Go
I swear
ahead,
to God,
girl.
if you're still
Go
talking,
ahead.
please,
You're a skip
you
me.
guys.
please,
But I
You
thought
can
we were
call
gonna do
please.
the one
anybody
You
a
can't
pick
at a
be
me.
talking
You
time.
over
guys are
people.
skip
You
me.
can't be denying
Exactly why
something and
you
then you're
guys are
talking
in a
over somebody
position
as
that
they're
you are
making a
at.
statement.
I was
You
already
can't be
picked.
denying something and saying what something isn't when you're not even listening to a person speak. You've been
I know
doing it
what
the
it
whole time.
is by the definition of what
You've
it
been
is.
doing.
When you
I don't
want
care.
to sit
I'm
Hey,
here
not
and talk
you
about
can
my
listening
pulling
age,
up
to
when I
Google
look younger than your
definitions and
whole and
all
say
of
your
that.
fucking bloodline,
We can
you
keep
got me
doing that
fucked
all
up.
day long.
Wait,
You
Fuck
do
is
not
you
live the
talking about?
experience of a dark
Fuck
skinned
out
woman
of
in
here.
society. Nobody has ever walked up
Nobody
to you and
said
called you
it.
bald
and
headed.
y'all
Have
not
they?
notice how he
Have
is
they?
doing
Nobody
this?
said.
Have
Like
they?
this is what he wants for his
Have they? But
live,
see, nobody
and
can
you
answer
guys
the
are
question.
baiting it. You guys are
Nobody
Nobody
called
party
me
can
trick.
answer
bald
the
headed.
question.
Nobody called
Your
me bald
comment was
headed because I don't
disgusting. It was
wear
a
a wig.
colorist.
Y'all
It
saying
Nobody
was a
bald
calls
headed.
me
colorist.
That's
bald
crazy.
headed
It
because
was
I
That
a,
wear
it
that
was
fake
a
hair in my
colorist
head.
comment.
this is the
You wouldn't have
problem.
said it to a white woman.
No. Yes, I
You
would
wouldn't have
have.
said it to a white
Yes,
woman.
I would have.
You
Not.
wouldn't have said it to a
Yes,
white
I
woman.
Why
would
You're
have.
not?
saying that now.
I've already
You're
White women
said
are
saying
it.
that
bald headed
now.
too.
You're
Why
I've
saying that
not?
already
now because
said
your
it to
little
white
friend
girls.
Blasian mentioned it, and then
I've
you had to
already
throw it out
said
there
it.
for an
I've
example.
already
And then
said
there
it
was
to
a
No,
nice
white
little
girls.
example example of how you said it to your white friend,
Girls who wear box
who also
braids
supposedly
be
wears
bald
this
headed.
and is bald headed underneath. Girl, please. You
I've
know
already
exactly
said
what
it
you
to
meant with
white
that
people.
comment.
I've
You
already
know what
said
you
it
meant
to
with the
white people.
comment, and that's why
Yeah,
we
she's
were
bald
able to
headed.
see
That's
that
what I
nobody's
meant.
being insecure. You know
That's what I meant.
exactly what
She
you
was
did with that
bald headed.
comment.
Exactly.
You know
I said
exactly
what
what
I
you did with
said.
that comment.
Yeah,
Stop
it
trying to
means
play.
she's bald
Stop trying
headed.
to play
That's
because
what
it's
it
people out here
means.
who live that. It's people out
What are
here
you
who live
talking
that.
about?
Just
And that's not even
jealous. Y'all
a
are
jab
so
to make.
jealous.
That's not even a
No,
jab
Y'all
to
are
make.
so jealous.
That wasn't even a jab to make.
Hold on. So, you know, everybody is really upset about the bald headed comment, but, you know, were y'all upset with the same energy when Chris Rock made the G.I. Jane joke about Jada Pinkett? Because, you know, y'all are really uptight about this bald headed thing, but
it's
Jada
because
Pinkett, she's light skinned. So how is calling someone bald headed colorism if the main bald headed woman of the hour was called bald headed and she's mocha skin, she's brown skin. It had nothing to do with
it's
her color.
because
It had
I'm
everything to
light
do with the
skinned
follicles on her
calling.
hair.
It's because I'm light skinned
Gorgeous.
saying
He's
it.
light. That's what this is about.
It's because I'm light skinned saying it. Now, if I was a darker skin tone, nobody would call me colorist.
That's not correct. And I don't know where where did we get
Thank you, Gina.
where did we get that being colorist is only something geared toward dark skinned women? Because that's not true at all.
It's the
That's the
definition.
definition.
Yeah, I don't agree with
No.
that.
Where?
You look
Google?
it up.
Google?
Yeah.
On
Look
Google?
it up.
That's
It's
what
on the
colorism
Webster
is.
I can't be colorist
It's
against a
on the
light skinned woman.
dictionary. It's
So
the
I cannot
dictionary.
possibly
It's
be
the
colorist against a
dictionary.
light skinned woman.
No.
How not?
You can't be
How
colorist
not?
towards light skin.
How not?
That's not the
How
definition
not?
of
Colorism
colorism.
Because
stems
Google
from
told you so?
darker skinned
Bro,
women.
Because
it's
Google
only
told you
toward-
so?
It's only
Is it because
towards
Google
darker
told you
skinned
so?
women.
That's not true at all.
Yes, it is.
That's not
oh my
true.
God, you're darker
That
than
is
me and
not.
don't even know
That
what
is not. That is
colorist
the
is.
furthest thing from true. You hurried up and you scurried to Google. Now you think that answers for
The
everybody.
fact
That's
that
not
y'all
true.
keep coming for
If
her
you-
is like, it's
Google, and now you're
disgusting.
relying on it for the definition. You
And
probably didn't know
y'all
what it
just
was
want to do
before.
everything in this
That's
world
no,
besides
please
take
go-
accountability.
Please go
That
to
This is
Google
what
and
y'all
read the
do.
definition
Prime
of
example.
That
color.
makes zero
Please.
sense. It's the
Disgusting,
person trying to
yo.
figure
Y'all
out the
think
fact
it's
that they're going to
colorism-
school to get a degree and all this
colorism
I
other
is
want
stuff. When
only
you're
grandkids.
that,
dark
when you
This
don't
is
even
what
know
the
it,
hell
you
I'm
don't
gonna
even
have
know
to
how
look
you
forward
can
to.
be
Man,
colorist.
I swear
Or
to
who can
God.
be colorist. Anybody can be colorist.
No, you
I
can't
can be black and
colorist.
be
You
I
can't
can be as dark
colorist
as
to a
I
white
am.
person.
I can be as brown skinned as I
You
am and be
can't
colorist
be
against somebody that
colorist
looks
to a
just
white
like me.
person. You can't be
It's
colorist
just,
to a white
no,
person.
you can be colorist against anyone.
Oh my God, no, it's only towards
Yes,
darker
you
skin
can.
tone.
Where are you getting that it's only
Bro,
against
you
dark
don't
skinned
even
women?
know what you
That
can't be
makes
colorist
no
to
sense.
white people.
No,
You
you're
can't
too
be
far
colorist
in.
to
You're
light
too
skin.
far in to turn back now. You're
If
too far in
y'all
to turn back
see,
now. So
if you look,
your pride won't let you. Your
oh,
pride won't let you say otherwise.
you
And I
don't
get it.
even.
But now that you've
You
gone
just
on
proved.
Google, now that you've gone on Google and you got
No,
your Google definition,
you
you're
proved
relying
my
on it.
point.
Even though anybody who went
What
to
a
a
mess.
school that was teaching you anything worth a damn, they would have told you not
You
to rely on
proved
just
my
Google for
point.
all of your
Don't do
definitions.
that.
You
Don't,
proved
Can we
my
get back to
point
the actual
about.
topic?
You
don't
don't do
do
stuff
that.
like that.
Nah, this
You
is
can be
ridiculous.
colorist against anybody who's not dark skinned.
No, colorism is towards
Masculine as
darker
hell.
skinned women. That's what
Masculine as
colorism.
hell.
Colorism is for darker skinned women. I don't know where she got where you can be colorist towards a white person or colorist towards light skin. It's literally for darker skinned women. She don't even, and this is what I'm talking about. She don't even know what the definition of colorist is. These people don't know the definition of colorist, but want to call people colorists. She's saying that people can be colorist towards light skins when that's not even the definition of colorist. Like, come on now.
So,
But my thing is, why is it okay for us colored people to or say rude things about other cultures, but the minute somebody says something about us, oh, we're all butthurt and it's a problem. Like I am a black woman. My mother is a black lady, and my father, he is from Mexico. But that's beside the point. Like I've been around so many people. Even people make things up, say things about other cultures or white people, Mexican people. It doesn't matter. But the minute somebody says something about a black person, oh, it's a big old problem. Like it's not that serious.
Are you not black? Are you black?
I am black. My name is
She
Denise
black as
Chantel. My
hell.
mother's a black woman.
So this is the thing.
I am black.
Okay. My thing is like all this going back and forth, black women, we like it's crazy to me just sitting here like seeing this. It's like I don't know, everybody is getting a kick out of it, but I think we look crazy. Like what we do. Like at the end of the day, we're all black women. We were on topic. I'm not gonna lie, when I don't know her name, Ash came up, she was coming in kind of hot and like started saying some crazy stuff. So I can see like why Gina, you got in defense and you were like,
thank you,
trying to defend yourself.
Thank you.
I can see that, but I'm not gonna lie though, sis.
Right.
Like I can see how some people may see that the comment that you said was colors, and I know like coming off straight from listening to it, like it may we in the community we say things like, oh, you bald headed, whatever, like for just taking it as like from the jump hearing it, someone may say it's not colorist, but like I can see how others would see it as colorist. But you say that again?
You said our community. You do not consider light skins
No,
part of the
no.
Black
When I say
community
our
or
community,
what?
I mean Black people.
Okay,
Like
what am I?
if you consider yourself Black, you're Black. You said
Right.
you. Oh,
No, she's literally Black. That's what I'm trying to like.
People,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm light skinned. I'm light skinned. My dad is Black
Hold
and
on,
my
but
but
mom.
but
my
you're a
question
Black
is,
person. At the end
hold
of the
on,
day,
hold on.
someone would see you as Black if you're
Hold on,
not.
but we just had a gender neutral, non-binary individual up here who said that we were misgendering him. So if he can identify as a woman, why can't she identify as Black?
Right. And
Wow,
by the
that
And
makes a
way,
lot of
even
sense.
besides
her
that,
name
my
was
dad's
Day.
Black and my mom's Black and white.
So you're Black. I mean, if you say you're Black, the reason why I say that is because some people who are mixed race, they identify as being mixed because they don't want to deny either side. They're like, I have a
I
white
don't.
mom, I have a Black dad. That's their choice. They
But
can do what they want.
Yeah, but that's
and
not even.
somebody had came on here a little while ago talking about when they were younger and like they grew up and people were calling them bald headed and that's why they took it to offense. But nobody talks about us mixed.
Mhm.
Nobody talks about us mixed children who get when we're in school. Like we can't choose either other side because the Black people are like, oh, you ain't Black, or the Mexican people are like, you ain't
Okay.
Mexican. You know.
Yeah, that's
Exactly.
true. That's true.
Shantae,
And let's keep it a buck.
Shantae,
Let's
And it's
keep it
not
a buck,
even the
though.
white people
Let's keep it
calling
a
us
buck.
not Black. It's the Black
Right.
people.
Gina,
Let's keep it a
Exactly.
buck.
Gina and
Exactly.
Shantae,
Let's keep it a buck, though.
okay,
Hold
sorry.
on. Let's keep it a buck, though. Dark-skinned women did used to bully the light-skinned girls in
Yep.
school.
Okay, so
That's a real thing.
And
host,
they still do.
let me say this. The reason why I understand what y'all saying, and I'm not gonna like say, okay, you haven't had those experiences because you have. If that's what you say you experience, you experience. But at the end of the day, I think that when mixed people are saying stuff like that, it kind of comes off as like, you know how they say like white tears. It's kind of coming off as light skin tears. And let's just hear me out, right? Because at the end of the day, colorism is just like it goes hand in hand with racism, and it is systematic. I mean, I've done research about this. So kids who are light skinned get called on more in class than kids who are dark skinned. Kids who are dark
Bruh,
skinned in
hold
school.
on.
Hold
That's
on, no, let me
wild.
finish because if you haven't done the research, don't say. And I'm a teacher, so I know.
What
Now,
research? What research?
now,
What study does this come from?
no,
What study does this come from?
if you want to know, you can research it. But
No,
at the
no,
end
no.
of the day,
You brought up a study. You have to
but it
reference
is
what the
the
study.
Right.
study.
You
It
said
is
you're a
the
So where
study.
teacher,
is
so
this
go ahead
study
and
coming
teach
from?
us.
Let me
Reference the
speak.
study.
Let me speak.
Reference it.
Let me
Where
speak.
did the study come from?
Okay? Because at the end of the day, are you walking around with articles, journal articles, so you
No,
can just
but
have them?
if I
Okay, you're not.
if I reference a study, I'm going to be able to say, hey, you can look up this study. Go to this. So can you point me in the right direction to look up this study?
Okay. Can I finish my point first before you try to say, oh, let me
pull up the research so I can validate what you're saying.
Okay. So I need to open my laptop to prove to you
No.
don't want to
Just
look
say,
up and give it.
just verbally tell me. Just verbally tell me what you remember specifically the title of that study, and then
Sir,
I'll look it up.
this was like over a year ago. How am I supposed to remember the title? I do research because first of all, I have my degree in sociology.
How are you not remembering the research? I mean, that's
no, because who remembers thousands of articles that they look up?
I mean, I went to business school and I remember case studies. I remember names of case studies, and I went to business. I graduated 5 years ago. So
okay, well,
yes, sir.
You don't
if
want
you're gonna reference a study, then pull it up.
If you don't want to listen to the facts, it's okay. I'm not going to argue about it.
But where are the facts? That's what oh Lord Jesus. That's what he's asking, man.
I don't know
Hello.
I don't know the name of the article. I can look one up for you if you like, and I'll give you the title of it.
Okay, well look up anything to basically back your point. I think that's what he's okay.
Okay. It's crazy because at the end of the day, people who say that, who are saying, oh, look up what's the article, where's the research coming from, have you guys go on and watch news and get the facts from them, but you don't know where that's coming from either. So like,
they tell you where the studies come from.
No,
on the
they
news,
do
ma'am.
not.
Yes, they do,
not.
ma'am. I literally run a news channel. They tell you where the
Fox
studies
and
are.
CNN. No, you don't.
No, I review Fox, CNN, MSNBC, ABC news stories all the time, and they tell you their source. They have to.
Okay, can I just finish my point and then I'll give you what you need. So
Go ahead.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, and like I was explaining, kids who are darker skin tones tend to get harsher punishment and get punished more than kids who have lighter skin tones. And I think everybody knows about the paper bag test, about sororities and fraternities, and how like with people who are darker skin tones were not able to participate in sororities and all that kind of stuff because their skin tone being darker.
That's
At
the
the end of the
AKAs
day,
though. That's y'all little thing going on.
well, I'm not in a sorority. I'm just saying.
Well, I'm just saying, like that's the women doing that to other women.
But okay, so you're going to sit here and honestly say on this platform that you do not believe that there's a such thing as colorism and it affects people who are darker skinned in a systematic and institutional way. Like you're going to honestly say that and hold your feet to the fire for that?
Do I believe in colorism? No, I don't. Because as a dark skinned man,
You're a man.
Huh?
I
So
said
colorism can't affect men either. So
no, it does, but it works in the opposite way. Men who are darker skinned are seen as more masculine versus men who are light skinned versus what do they call it? The light skin stuff. They were saying that they're soft and all this kind of stuff. That's colorist too.
yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, people are going to pick at you for different things. It may not be about the color of your skin. It might be about your height. It might be about your hair, your hairline, whatever. People pick at different things. That doesn't mean that somebody is heightish because they make fun of your height, nor does it mean that somebody is colorist because they say you a black ass nigga or something like that. Like, I mean, I got dark skin jokes all the time, and never once did I say, "Oh my God, my friends are so colorist." No, I just took it on the chin, and I came back with something witty to get on their ass with. That's just how the world works. That's how kids operate. They make fun of each other. Y'all are holding on to like past jokes that hit you hard in the second grade and in middle school, and y'all still holding on to that. And then you're exuding that out into the world when people just living their lives. Like if you look good, you look good. It don't matter your skin complexion. If you a bad B, you a bad B. Dark skin, light skin, white, Mexican, it don't matter. If you bad, you bad. If you ain't cute, you ain't cute. Point blank.
Can I add to that, please? How y'all doing tonight? Good.
Who's
okay.
this?
My name is V.
V. Okay, gotcha.
How y'all doing tonight?
We're great, V.
Great. I'm not really going to touch on any specific topic other than just the obvious. So, and I actually like what you just said. You said, I can't quote it right now, but whatever you just said, like people are just living their lives, right? Why do we care what color they are? So that kind of applies to everything y'all had an opinion on. If people want to get surgery, if people want to do this, if people want to do that, they're living their lives. So who are we to
No, that's not the point I was
Wait
making.
a minute,
That's not
finish.
the point
Can
that
I
I was
finish?
making.
But can I finish?
Yeah,
can I
go
finish?
ahead.
Thank you. I mean, it is the point because this whole panel is about, this whole live is about what a woman chooses to do with her body. And other women, especially Black women, y'all are arguing about a stranger's decision in their life, which furthers the divide of Black women. Like, are y'all really okay with that? We're arguing about a stranger's life.
He just said women. He said women who get plastic surgery are insecure. He didn't say a specific race or nothing like that.
And I'm using
no,
so people
we're all
who are
Black
saying,
women arguing about it.
Yeah,
No,
but I'm using Blacc Chyna. I'm using Blacc Chyna as an example because she is now saying that she regrets having surgery, she regrets doing OF, and she regrets making these decisions in her life. So I'm using this as a teachable moment to maybe wake up the next generation of women and say, hey, you don't have to go under the knife to be beautiful. Okay, all you got to do is eat right and exercise right, and you don't have to get all these injections and whatnot to have what you perceive as a symmetrical face. Okay, but so I'm basically pointing out why you shouldn't go this route and why Blacc Chyna regrets going that same exact route in her life, and how she was setting a negative example for her daughter, in doing these things and doing OF and all this kind of stuff, because her daughter looks up to her as a role model. And how we mentioned earlier, children are sponges, so they're picking up everything you do and say. So, I was pointing out the fact that how that is detrimental to her child. And then the second point says that because she did this lifestyle, even though she regrets it, at this point, men do not have to accept her, okay? Because she lived the promiscuous lifestyle. She was doing all this other stuff on Lonely Friends, and she was busting it wide open. And then she got all this surgery. Now she's retracting it because she even said herself she looked like Jigsaw. So I'm pointing out that men don't have to accept her after she done went through all this BS to do things, that she thought was furthering her career, but ultimately it's resulting in her being lonely and living with a lot of regret. And then my third point goes to women who get these surgeries are insecure, and that's just the reality. Okay, they're insecure, they're not happy with what God gave them, so they want to go under the knife to change those things. And although you're free to do whatever you want, that doesn't mean that it is a good decision. Just like women who go overseas and get BBL surgeries and then die on the operating table or get their liver stolen or something like that, they're free to do whatever they want, but don't say guys like me didn't warn you.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, right, the way you want to convey the message, it's not being conveyed in a positive way where it's actually having the outcome that you intend, right? Because we're all arguing about well, not me, but
well,
I brought up Black women because we already go through shit all the time from other groups. So within our same group, we want to argue about
let's keep
who's
it
bald and who's white.
Hold on. Sorry, I gotta stop you there. I gotta stop you there, ma'am.
Okay, no, you don't have to. You can stop me when I'm done talking.
No, I'm gonna stop you right now, ma'am.
No, you're not gonna stop me because you can't mute.
Yes, I am, ma'am. Oh, yes, I am. Oh, yes, I am, ma'am. You're gonna stop talking right about now.
Host, I have
you are banished.
I
You're
have
banished.
your research.
Okay, ma'am. Oh, you got the research? All right. Give me 1 second. So, I mean, she done made me lose my train of thought. But anyways, the point is that what Blacc Chyna has now gone through the epiphany phase. She's gone through the epiphany phase, and she realizes that her actions were detrimental not only to herself, but the mental health of her child. And I wanted to point this out so that women could see, that this lifestyle, these decisions that you guys are making so hastily at a young age, at least give your body a chance to be grown into, man. Like, you might look like a twig at 18, 19, and then you start working out, you get in the gym. Dude, I've seen it before where women have transformed their body just through exercise. And another point that she said, she said something about, okay, Black women go through so much from other races. Let's keep it a buck. Y'all don't think y'all put other races through stuff either? Like, it goes both ways. Like, don't be acting like Black women don't be putting other races of people in situations they don't want to be in either, especially in this day and age. So I'm just saying, let's add somebody else to the panel, get some new perspectives. All right, go ahead with the research.
Yeah, so the name of the article is A Scope and Review of Colorism in Schools, Academic, Social, and Emotional Experiences of Students of Color. And then let me find the quote. So it says that the results indicated that darker skinned Black girls were 3 times more likely to be suspended for lighter skinned Black girls than lighter skinned Black girls for the same offenses.
Okay. So you said they're more likely to be suspended for the same offense? Okay. What passage is that in? I pulled the study up now. Just what stanza? Like which?
It's further down.
All right. Is it after the third, fourth?
I just also wanted to add, hi everybody, that I'm a medical professional. We see these things in medicine as well. The way that dark-skinned Black women are treated in operating rooms, the medical biases that occur. Like, I mean, I understand everyone voicing their opinions, but I feel like, and I'm not trying to disrespect your live, I have sat and watched you for about 20 minutes. It feels like you're invalidating people's experiences. And, you know,
We're hold on. We're talking
I'm
we're talking
listening.
about Blacc Chyna, plastic surgery, and the fact that that a man doesn't have to, at the end of the line, accept her for going through all this stuff.
I understand.
I mean,
My
where did I
question,
invalidate somebody's experience?
when you cut these women off when they're speaking,
No,
when
because
they're trying,
they're very rude though.
but so are you. I'm sorry,
No, I'm
but
not.
that.
I'm the
No,
host,
no,
ma'am. I'm
no.
the host.
All right. All right. If that's how you, yeah, being a host doesn't excuse you from being rude and dismissive, sir. That's
Ma'am,
what
you're
I'm
not
trying
the
to
only
say.
registered nurse here. You understand that, right?
Yes, I do.
So, yes, ma'am. And by the way, I just want to say you're very beautiful and you're
You are
very
too.
soft-spoken. Thank you
You
very
are
much.
too.
Thank you. I
Yes.
just want to say, I think that the whole point of what this brother is saying is being missed, because what it seems as though that some guests are doing is they're picking, like they're having selective hearing. They're
Right.
picking, you know, like what they want to hear, and then they just go for it and they just start attacking. That's not the overall message of what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? So respectfully, my nursing degree and your nursing degree, honestly, really honestly, and this like this whole discussion is irrelevant. It
Okay.
means nothing. You feel me? Like it's just like it doesn't. People went to school, people get degrees, people work in hospitals. Okay, well, that's great. And then I'm gonna let you have the floor. Ma'am.
I feel
Gina,
like
you
these
didn't.
things aren't.
I don't know what the hell she was doing. She took too long to respond.
Gina,
Let's
you
get
didn't.
somebody else up in here.
You didn't feel like I came on here like trying to be. I feel like I came in respectful.
No,
Like,
I don't
No,
feel
I
Nah,
wasn't
you're
I
speaking
good.
to
don't
You're
you,
good.
I
ma'am. I
don't feel
wasn't speaking to you.
disrespected towards you or nothing like that. I just don't
I was
like it
speaking
when
to the registered
people
nurse.
I
oh,
just
okay.
didn't like the fact that people sitting here calling me colorist and stuff
I
like
don't.
that. When
It,
I understand I know the what all stems from color is the races. Like I all know that. I know this. But me saying
yeah.
something like that isn't colorist. People don't know terms nowadays. They just go with what they think they know.
And Gina, I
That's
don't
me.
think that
No, this
you're
can
colorist,
you
but I
just yeah, listen
think
to me.
that
When someone says black people like watermelon, that's not being racist. That's stereotyping. People don't know terms nowadays, and that's what's wrong with people now. Being a
well,
racist means that you think your race is superior than another race. That's what being racist is. So me saying that, oh, black people like watermelon
No,
doesn't
that is not
mean
what being racist is.
yes, it
I'm
is.
sorry.
Look
so
it up. It's in the dictionary. All these
Gina,
definitions are in the dictionary, y'all. Y'all could go look it up. I'm not just making this shit up in my head how
No,
other
no,
people
I'm not
are.
looking
so
to really
Gina, I
argue
don't
or go
think
back and forth
that.
with you.
Hold on, let
I'm
me
just
say
telling
this
you that's
right
the
quick.
fact.
Let me just say this. I don't think that you, when you said the comment, that you meant it to be colorist, but I think that on these platforms, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't agree with. I tend to be very conservative, so a lot of stuff that I would say, what people would say is, oh, you
Okay,
hate
so if someone told me
LGBTQ or stuff like that. So
I was
you,
bald headed because I wore wigs, am I like what am I gonna say? They're racist or something like that? Because
no, no, no,
I'm
no,
still
no. I
black
don't
at the
think.
end of the day.
No, because it obviously
But
doesn't apply. But
all
you
I'm
would know that
saying,
if you use
Gina,
critical
is that
thinking.
when you're
What?
on these type of platforms, people will find
Okay, but
anything to say. You know what I mean?
exactly,
Like
and
they
that was my point of saying everything I was saying. When I told everybody that I'm not colorist, they don't even know what colorist means. As the girl who said I was colorist said that colorism can go towards any skin color. That's not right. She was wrong. She doesn't even know what colorist is. She's telling me that colorism can go towards any skin color when that's not what being a colorist is.
yeah, no, it doesn't apply. It doesn't work like that. You're right about that part. So, but I think that sometimes, when you say certain things, like I was trying to say earlier, we just have to be very careful because you are, a mixed girl. people will say, "Oh, you're saying that's kind of could seem off as like colorist or texturist, like because like that person said, they took what they had their experiences, and a lot of dark skinned women not having that type of hair. I guess like four
So if I
BB,
call a white girl
3C or hold
bald
on, let me
headed
finish, Gina.
for
Let me
wearing a
finish, and
wig, what is that?
Gina, let me finish real quick
I'm
though.
just asking
So
real quick.
no, I
It
get what
wouldn't be
you're
racism
saying.
because you're
I
talking
get
to a
what you're
white woman
saying,
and
but
you
what I'm
are
saying
you're a
is
black
that
woman, yes?
What?
what
And it
I'm
wouldn't be colorist.
so host I'm gonna answer the questions you got on here right real quick. So it says women who get plastic surgery are insecure. I think that I'm gonna be honest, I think that everybody deals with insecurity. It's a human
Yes.
feeling, so everybody deals with insecurity. The way that
Agreed.
people go about dealing with the insecurity depends on them. Some people go to the gym, some people get plastic surgery. The only thing that I see
Which one's safer? Which
hold
one's
on, I was
safer?
gonna touch on that. I was gonna say that I think that I don't like when I watch the news and I see black women dying on the table because they
Me
went
neither.
to the ER and getting plastic surgery. I think at the end of the day, like these people, you have to realize as a black woman, like our lives are not seen as valuable as someone else. So when you go to get these surgeries, like keep that in the back of your mind. Like, is this surgery? I know like feeling insecure is a real strong feeling to have, and like it's a real feeling, emotion. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
is it worth you potentially losing your life? Like if the surgeries were safe, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But seeing people dying and losing, kids losing their moms and stuff like it's sad. I don't think
Yeah. Not and it is, but like the thing is, I've been hearing this narrative that, oh well, all these other races of women are going and getting surgeries to look like us, and then all I'm seeing is stories of black women going overseas and getting these dangerous BBL surgeries. I'm not saying they're the only ones that are doing it, but they're really taking the most risk trying to get it at the cheapest price with these unaccredited doctors. But I thought that other women, other races of women were going to get the bodies that y'all have. Why are y'all rushing down there if you already got the body?
Yeah. And then someone said that these surgeries aren't new, which is true. The surgery is just now getting to be a tangible for people who are normal people. I mean, like back in the days, when we used to be watching these superstars on TV and stuff like that. Yeah, like they had surgery, but it wasn't attainable for us. So we weren't able to do it. But now that they have, I'm gonna say it, this is my opinion, they're taking advantage of people because they know that like people want these surgeries. So even like places in Miami where they have these surgery chop shop places, you can put a down payment on a BBL and make payments on the rest of it. Like it's like they're targeting people who they can't afford it. You can't afford it.
And I mean, and there's a whole bunch of women speaking on going back and having scarring, and they have to go back continuously and update. It's like it. I mean, they say they don't like getting compared to cars, but it's like, damn, it's like you got to go back, get an oil change. You got to get your engine replaced. Now you got scarring and stuff like that. Now you got to get your brakes replaced. You got to get spark plugs replaced. Like it don't make no damn sense. Like, just work out and exercise. That's what I'm trying to say. Just exercise, man, and do it the healthy way. I get if you have to, if you're just super fat and it's damn near impossible for you to exercise. I get if you have to get liposuction, but at least save up your money and do it in the States. Because I'm telling you right now, them people don't care about you. Just like you said, they view our lives as less valuable. Y'all seen what happened in Mexico? Like,
yeah.
Y'all see what's going on, but y'all continue to,
But there's more ways.
They're trying to justify it in the chat. Listen, read the chat. They're justifying it.
Yeah, and I was about to say
let the women do what they want. Why you care? Why you trying to say their damn
Can
life?
I say that? I think that the justification, because I don't think that you are fully wrong in what you're saying. However, your delivery, sir, it is very much anti-woman and anti-black.
I'm the mailman, baby. Boom. I'm the mailman. I'm shooting it straight out. I'm shooting it straight out.
But that's
priority mail.
I'm just letting you know why the people are, where the
long as those
disconnect with what you're
packages,
saying.
as long as the packages drop, I'm good.
No. See, you know what? That's what I was going to explain to you after that. Like, when you are trying to make your point across to a group of people, it is your job and only your job to make your point understandable. If the group of people walk away not understanding what you meant or what you said, you didn't do your job.
Oh, I'm doing my job just well. Everybody understands what I'm saying. They just don't agree. They're upset. I mean, just because you don't agree doesn't mean that I'm not doing my job. I'm getting the message across. You wouldn't be up here if the message wasn't getting received. The message is giving. The message gave.
I came up when I wanted to speak on something else, and then y'all passed it. So then I was like, I'm not going to jump back, and go
but the message,
so then
the
I
message was received though.
By me. I mean, I don't have
I'm the
any issues with
mailman.
BBLs. We're getting BBLs or none of that stuff, or that's not mine. I'm saying to you, you have made the comment that they were in the comments going against you. I'm simply explaining to you why they're going against you. They're not going against what you're saying because, like I said, what you are saying is not necessarily wrong. Your delivery is not that great.
No, the delivery's fire.
No, man, it's not. That's
the delivery's fire. That's why we got 9.1K likes and 384 people in the building. The delivery's fire. The delivery's just fine.
The smallest live. I mean, I'm not even.
But I think that people say
you can say that. You can say that, but for a guy that's shadow banned, my account's literally shadow banned. That's pretty good for me. So.
Oh yeah, okay, that's great, but that's not what this was
come for this. They like the sensationalism. I'm gonna be. They like the it's sensationalized, like the arguing and stuff. They like that.
Somebody just said my ex got a BBL. She's botched.
Sometimes it's just about the discourse, and these conversations do need to be being had. So some people just like
they do. I agree
and listen to this and hear where everyone else is, where their mindsets are, where their thoughts are, so that they have a better understanding of what's going around them in the world around them.
No, the thing is, when if a man,
I didn't like when y'all was.
No, here's the problem. Here's the problem. There's nothing wrong with my delivery. It's just because I'm a man. That's literally the only issue. If I was a woman on here saying, guys, I need to stop getting the BBLs, it's dangerous, then it wouldn't be a problem. But since I'm a man, specifically a black man, and we going back to colorism. Hold on, excuse me, man. Man. What comes on the sausage biscuit? What comes on the sausage biscuit? All right. So the reason why the delivery is not is being questioned is because I'm a man. That's the reason why. Because men can't tell y'all about yourself.
But it's coming because of the delivery. I've seen other black men have this discourse, and the women are not coming at them like that because mostly they are not enticing the women to come at each other.
Well, the women didn't. The women didn't. No, the women didn't come at me. No, the person that enticed the women to go negatively towards each other was the homosexual man.
No,
the person
I can agree with that. I think that it was a good conversation, but then like you said, the guy who came in, it seemed like everybody who was like for the BBLs at that point came in and was just like mad because we weren't saying go get a BBL. But I mean,
that guy was insane. That guy was literally out of his freaking mind. But hey, go follow him on TikTok if y'all like that type of stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now, that man is insane. All right, I tried to add another person up here, but I guess she's on that struggle Wi-Fi. So yeah, let's get somebody else up here. Then we'll close it out in the next 10 minutes. Sam, you have the floor, ma'am.
Hi.
Hey.
How's everybody doing?
Good? What up?
So honestly, okay, don't nobody shoot the messenger, okay? But I honestly agree with what you're saying. I get it because it's kind of biased if he can't speak on women, because us women, we speak on men every single day. We're not men. We don't have balls. We don't have a penis, but we could give our opinions. And it's like no one don't say anything. Men don't say, oh, you're not a man, so you can't understand. So it's just, if you got to be fair, then be fair. Now, with the BBLs, I really do believe what you're saying. I feel like if you have the type of body where you really don't even need a surgery, you could do it the healthy way. Work out, get a diet. You have a nice shape to you. You probably got a mommy pouch that you probably got to work out, or you probably got, I understand for women, if you are built in a different shape, where it's like you got like a hunchback or small legs, and you want to look good. So I could get it from that standpoint, but you got to be fully confident to just put yourself under the knife and walk that walk. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like I understand what you're saying. I feel like us women, we have to love ourselves a little bit more before we just go underneath that knife.
Yeah.
And go out the countries with people, with these doctors, they really don't care, and they put our lives in danger. Where it's actually like a current thing that's going on because everybody's so caught up in the internet lifestyle where they see women and they get their BBLs and they're like, oh, I want to look like that. But then they get botched or something dangerous happened because the doctor wasn't even fully malpractice,
Yeah. And the reason why a lot of these women instead of going to the gym and working out are going overseas and doing all this craziness in order to get
Yeah,
their
and it's
dream
like I get
body.
scared
Hold
for
on, but
them. I get
the
really
reason
scared.
the reason why they're doing that is because one, a lot of them are lazy. Okay, they're lazy. They're too lazy to
I
do the
agree.
exercise. Burning calories hurts like hell, but you still got to do it. And then for two, when they go to the gym, especially if they're going to a public gym and they see those women in there, it makes them feel insecure because they're like, wow, her body is perfect. Her body is this and that. And they're looking at that and they're like, how the hell am I going to get to that? I can't compete. So
It's
they're
called
just like, okay, let me
consistency and
just take
confidence.
the shortcut.
Very much confidence and consistency. Like you got to be
Yeah.
very going to the gym every day, making sure you have a really proper diet every day. You're not going to expect results in a week or in a month. It'll probably take you 3 months. It'll probably take you 6. But you're doing it the healthy way where you could, you don't got to risk yourself cutting yourself
And it's
because
cheaper. It's cheaper.
yeah. Because if you get botched, then you got to keep going back under, and to the point you have scar tissues, or they do something where it's beyond repair. And then
your
you're
ass
now
gonna
thinking
be
about it and
purple.
you're like, I regret it. Like I should have just left my body alone. So Blacc Chyna, she's realizing that like I don't look, like real. I don't look real.
Yeah.
I look like I have surgery. So she's just like, she's changing her mind.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, I'm glad that she is changing her mind because she has a beautiful daughter, and I would hate it that her daughter got older and then felt like she had to go that same route and get all these surgeries when she's perfectly fine the way that she is. And I'm glad that Blacc Chyna is reversing what she's done and at least setting the example for her daughter and other women. Because I mean, I respect the hell out of that. It looks like she's gone through a lot of growth, which, it takes some time, especially for a lot of these women who are, I mean, they act like their shit don't stink and they make a decision. They act like nobody can say anything about it and this and a third. But now you see she's
Like
regretting
I'm all
her
for
actions.
women getting their body done. Get your body done. Get your body done. But if you just have a mommy pouch going on, you got little minor things. Like believe in yourself. You can do it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you
I
can
agree.
get that body that you want.
I agree. I totally agree. So yeah, we're gonna I'm gonna rotate the panel one more time. I appreciate everybody who's on the panel so far. Y'all can give y'all last words. I'm gonna rotate everybody, and then we're gonna get 5 new guests or 4 new guests in. Then we're gonna conclude the show.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
Thank you very much
yeah,
for having me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
absolutely,
Thank you
absolutely.
for
You were
having
lovely.
me.
Yes, yes. Thank you.
My final message is just everybody just love yourself, and black girls, black women, we gotta stick together. We can't be on here fighting like this, but come on, y'all.
No, you're right.
I'm not going to even say too much because I don't want to be called nothing. So, but thank you for having me. I said what I said. So.
Absolutely, absolutely. You all were lovely. All right, see ya. Wow, man. Very controversial topic. Very controversial topic. Let's get some new people up in here. All right. So what do you guys have to say on the topic? The new TikTokers that just came in. You got somebody loaded up. Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, I know you were saying gym, like, but do you really feel like you can get that a BBL body in a gym?
Yes,
And
absolutely.
but don't you think it's genetics at the same time? Your body is based on genetics.
So your bone structure is definitely based on genetics, but you
And
can
your
actually,
figure as well. Your figure is
yeah,
also based on
in some
genetics.
in some regards for sure, like 100%. If you have bad genetics, you just got dealt a bad hand, and it is what it is. But at the same time, you can definitely get that quote unquote BBL looking body from exercise.
If anything, I think you can get a better body than a BBL.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because the thing about exercise is like you can focus on where you want the fat to fall. It's really just about dieting and then also specifying the muscle groups that you want to work out. Like the glutes, a lot of people don't know the glutes are the largest muscle in the body, and they're meant to be large. They're meant to be strong and meaty, but a lot of women, maybe you're eating too much, you gain too much weight, whatever, and you're not exercising. But if you would just exercise, then you would be able to have that figure that you want. Even if you're a stick, you can start eating more and take it, and
Because
watching
every
your
petite
calories.
women that got booty, they
Dude,
got booties.
And I've seen petite women like 125, 130 pounds go to the gym, eat like 6 times a day, and obviously load proteins and good carbs and fibers and stuff, and then like they'll be like 165, 170 pounds of just pure, like it looks like a
No,
BBL. Like I've seen
I
it,
feel
I've
like
done it, I've trained women to do it. I'm a personal trainer. Like I've literally transformed multiple skinny women into like thick stallion type look, and then I've helped a lot of fat women also lose weight and get that figure. So it's definitely possible. The thing is, once you get older, it gets way harder. So you want to focus on your health in your youth, because once you get older, it's going to be harder to exercise and you're going to be more sore. You're going to have less energy. So you want to make sure that you've already implemented those healthy habits. Now, if you are an older woman and you're trying to lose the weight and get in shape, it's possible, but you're going to have to work a lot harder at it.
Absolutely, I agree.
I feel like I don't see girls in the gym that have a BBL body. I, I, I don't know who you're seeing. I don't
You
know who you're
bugging.
seeing in the gym, but I don't see girls. Most of the girls that I see in the gym are slim or skinny. Most of the people I see in the
Where are
gym
you
are
located?
slim.
Where are you located?
In the UK.
Yeah, I mean, I go to Crunch. It's a mega gym. I mean, those women, I mean, they're fucking hot as shit. I don't know what you're talking about. Like when I go to the gym, like those are the hottest women that I see on a weekly basis. Like when I'm out in like regular life, grocery shopping, or going to on campus or going downtown or what, like I don't see as many attractive women as I see in the gym. From the way that I see it, the hottest women are in the gym.
Honestly, I saw a comment.
And
She
they got
said that
fat
not everybody
asses
wants
from
a
squats.
BBL look. And I totally agree with that comment, because some women just want to look good. They don't want to like have that type of shape, where they look like they have a BBL. Some women just want to look good. So if you
Yeah.
want to look good, there's many ways to look good. If you want to look good getting surgery, then that by all means, that's you. But I hope that you had that confidence when you did it. Like in any spectrum, like rather if you go to the gym or get surgery or work out at
They got
home.
me on my.
Yeah, I feel like all girls are insecure. It's not just people that get surgery that are insecure. It's everyone that's insecure. Like, it's not
I
just people
agree.
that get surgery.
Yeah, but getting surgery, taking that step, and I mean, obviously some surgeries are less risky than others, but specifically talking about BBLs, which is known to be a dangerous surgery, taking that step really shows It's a magnifying glass on your insecurity. Whereas obviously everybody would have one or two things about them, maybe even more, that they would change. But like accepting that reality and working with what you have to be the best version of yourself, I think is the utmost amount of confidence, rather than just taking a shortcut, getting a BBL, or getting one of these invasive surgeries
Like,
that
have
you
you
have to get
noticed the
maintenance on.
Kardashians? How Kendall don't have 0 surgeries, but most of her sisters have gotten surgeries done.
But she's a
Kim,
high fashion model. They don't want BBLs walking down
it's like she could, but it's like she didn't because she likes how she looks.
Well,
she's had
also
face
the model
surgery.
industry,
She's
they
had
don't
surgery
like
on her
that.
face.
Yeah, it looks like she probably has work done on her face. I mean,
Oh, she
it's
did?
I
Okay.
mean, you're gonna be hard pressed not to find women in Hollywood, but I'm
Right.
talking about the regular everyday woman who's saving up $8,000 to go to the Dominican Republic and having some random Afro Latina guy just inject silicone or
Yeah.
cement into their ass. Like, I mean,
Well,
it's getting wild.
You know
Like
what?
K.
You know what
Michelle's
the problem
experience,
with the
like what she
BBL?
had to go through, that was tough. That was really tough what she had to go through with her botched surgeries. Like she almost died.
Who?
K. Michelle.
Oh yeah, K. Michelle, yeah, and Idris she lost Idris Elba over that leaking BBL. Her booty was leaking in the bed, and she lost like one of the most high value black men in the freaking world.
But this is why people should be going to people that's experienced and not just random people. You should be going to people that's experienced and pay them proper money for a BBL.
Well,
Somebody in the comments said Ari turned out fine. No, Ari looks like Jigsaw. Ari looks like what? She's not attractive at all. I don't know why people keep saying like her face looks like that shit is ugly, bro.
You know, like when people do BBLs, they're like the way BBLs are getting done right now. Most of the jobs are botched because the girls, like he said, they save $8,000, they go to DR or wherever, they go get it done, and then they leave in 2 days. When you get a BBL, you're supposed to stay and get taken care of for a month and get massages at least every
and the reason why they go to these other countries is because those doctors are willing to do augmentations that the doctors in the US would lose their license over.
Exactly.
And the women know that. They know
All they
that
want is a
going
quick
into
buck.
it.
That's it.
Yep.
They just want to get their money and that's it.
And
they don't care about their health history or anything you got going on. They bring you in like you're getting a new tattoo and you exit.
And celebrities, they're reversing BBLs. You know why? They don't want everybody. Once people from the middle class and everything are getting BBLs, they don't want to look like us. They don't want, so BBLs, celebrities are all getting it reversed because it's cheap now. You used to have money to have surgeries. They don't want that. Like, and back in like the early 2000s, remember like the music videos, girls all had different kinds of bodies. Like it would be, you got the pretty skinny girl with the nice body, and like natural has gone out the window. Everybody's looking the same.
Very much so.
It just looks whack. It's just whack now. Like,
it's given nobody really loves themselves anymore. Like,
Danny
where's the
said
natural
that.
bodies at?
Danny said that there's no women's in the gym that looks like they have a BBL body, and there's a reason for that because they're not working out. The girls with the BBLs are not in the gym working out. They got a BBL because they don't want to put in the work.
And
not only that,
I was talking about
they
like
fake
a
all that to
natural.
promote items like workout items, but they really don't be in the gym.
Yeah, and not only
I'm talking about like a natural BBL body.
Well, because
And I also
BBLs
feel
are
like, I
exaggerated.
also feel like when you gain
Well,
weight,
BBLs
you
aren't
gain
naturals.
weight everywhere. You gain weight everywhere. You don't just gain weight in your bum and your legs. You gain weight everywhere. You gain weight in your belly. You gain weight in your boobs. You gain weight everywhere. It's not just in one place.
Well,
And
yeah,
that's
but
why
this is
people
why
get
you.
surgery, because
This
you
is
can
why
get it
you.
in one place.
Yeah, but this is why you specifically train a body part. See, this is what the part that you're missing. Yes, when you gain weight, it can be distributed unevenly, but that's why you train specific body parts so that the food that you eat is fueling that specific body part, and you're working that specific body part. So like you can definitely focus. Like if I want bigger arms, I'm gonna do curls. I'm gonna do, you know, tricep extensions, all that type of stuff. And so if I want a bigger ass, then I'm gonna do squats. I'm gonna do leg extensions. I'm gonna do RDLs. I'm gonna do all this type of stuff. I'm gonna do single leg
what
squats.
I'm trying to say is, if you're gaining weight in your bum, you're also gaining weight in your belly as well. You're not just gaining weight in your bum.
You could
You're
work
also
that
gaining
out.
weight in your belly.
Not
You're
necessarily.
also gaining weight in your arms. If you're eating more, you're gonna gain weight everywhere. If
But
you're
that's why
eating
you have
more,
to
you're
work
going to
out
gain
certain
weight
parts of your body.
No, I'm
That's why you train body specific.
Yeah,
but
right.
even if you're working out certain parts of your body, you're still eating more calories to gain the weight.
No, but if I'm in a But if I'm in a calorie surplus, and I specifically focus on training legs, I'm gonna get bigger legs. If I want to keep my stomach flat, I have to incorporate cardio and ab exercises into it to keep those muscles working. So like that's why you train body. Somebody heating some shit up. That's why you train body specific body part specific because if you want to see growth in a specific body part, then that's what you have to do. If you don't want to see, like you want a bigger ass, but you don't want your stomach to get larger, you're going to have to do those leg exercises. Then you're going to have to do cardio and you're going to gain a lot of muscle in your legs. And I mean, that ass is going to look fire. Like I'm telling you right now, oh my God. Like you said, I don't know how you haven't seen like a woman who has like I guess a BBL shape. Dude, I see the biggest, nicest, roundest asses in the gym. There's no question. I don't even see that type of stuff in the club. I see the biggest, like nicest, proportional, like slim waist, big fucking ass in the gym. That's the only place I see it.
Can I be honest real quick? Like I'm a mother of two. Like I had twins. So I obviously had a mommy pouch. So I thought in my head, okay, well maybe I need surgery because I'm dealing with a certain thing that's going on with my stomach. But when I went to my doctor and she looked at it, she's like, you just need to exercise, a proper diet. You'll be able to form back to what you used to look like. So I literally went from looking 3 months pregnant to now a mommy pouch to a fupa. And that's because I literally started working out and just doing what I used to do because I became a mom. So I didn't have time to work out. So obviously I'm losing muscle and I'm losing my glutes and everything's going down because I used to be an athletic person, but I'm not. So
but like the thing is when women get pregnant and then they immediately hit the gym afterwards, dude, they be having the fattest asses, and from the pregnancy, their hips expand.
I literally
oh my God, it's a beautiful thing. Like that's why I love like natural so much because I mean, in like you'll see like your hips getting wider. You know, when women give birth, their hips get wider because obviously they have to spit a person out. So
my hips got wider, my butt got bigger.
Yeah,
So
I know you loving that. I know
So you're
you
saying
loving
you
that.
see girls with
loving
big bum and no stomach. You see girls with big bum and no stomach, like at all, like
in the
no
gym.
stomach.
Yeah, in the gym. Yes, I do.
Yeah, it's very possible. I have 3 boys. Before I had any kids, I weighed 110. I was scrawny, skinny. I had my first son. I became fat. Like I was fat. Like I hated looking at myself in the mirror. Then I decided to go to the gym. The people at the gym, they introduced me into like diets, even like pills, water for water loss and all that. And I had got the most perfect body. And I mean, I worked more hard on my stomach and my stomach got so small, but I've always had a butt, but it was just perfect. I had the best body. And then I got pregnant again and it was like, do it all over again. But people won't understand it's really hard to have that body. It's very hard.
To get their shape back and to work out in the gym than an average woman going into a gym working out.
It takes a lot
of
you
guys feel like you couldn't get
working out. We actually got
that's why they get BBLs, because it takes a lot of work.
It's
for
work,
a woman who has kids. It takes a lot of work and a lot of discipline, and they don't want to go through that. Not only that, doctors turn them down for a reason for it. Like they say, I don't think it's a good idea for you to get a BBL because of this or that or that. So they go and find somebody who's going to do it for them anyway. So pretty much they don't really care about themselves.
And then they get botched.
Wait,
and then
so
now
do
they have
you
all
guys
these
feel like
medical
you could
problems.
get bigger boobs
They
in
want
the
to
gym?
look good. They want to look good, but they don't want
But
to
don't care
feel
the
good.
cost.
No, but
They
what
don't.
about
They
people
want to
who
look good, but they don't want to feel good. They don't want to feel good.
Word. I
Wait,
agree
can I ask?
exactly what you're saying.
Wait, so do you guys feel like you can get bigger boobs in the gym through working out, exercising?
Yes. I went from, before I had any kids, I had C cups. After that, I have double D's. But if you go in the gym and you work on your chest area, it almost looks like you have a little breast lift, you know, and they can look really good.
But I'm saying, can your boobs get bigger, like bigger, like?
Yes, they
Yeah,
can.
they lift.
Because
they lift.
because you know boobs are fat, and you lose
They
when you
lift.
lose weight.
They lift.
They lift up. When
Yeah,
you work on your upper,
But I'm
they
saying
lift
big.
up like
Like
you got a
you
breast
can
lift
have
or something.
your boobs can lift up and be small. Like just because they're lifted doesn't mean they're a size E or an F. They're not big. You know what I mean? Just because they're lifted up doesn't mean they're big.
Well, you're not gonna get like 2 cup sizes bigger, but
I know
a woman with an A cup. Let me give you a scenario. I trained a woman. She was 143 pounds when I met her. She said she wanted to gain weight. She was skinny as a twig. She said she wanted to gain weight. She wanted that BBL type look. And I told her, okay, you're going to have to eat six times a day. You're going to have to load calories, and you're going to have to keep a 5-day-a-week workout regimen to achieve your goals. Literally, she transformed, and she used to wear an A cup. Now she wears a C cup. So she did get 2 cup size growth from gaining weight and going to the gym. Now, will she be able to get a D cup? Yeah, probably not. But you can see a significant size increase in your cup size from going to the gym, doing a calorie surplus, and exercising 3 to 5 times a week. Like, you definitely can. Now, it's not going to, just like, I mean, I'm looking at your page right now. You got some like gigantic boobs. If you lost weight, you would lose cup sizes. You see what I'm saying? So you would lose a couple cup sizes. That's just a reality. Yeah. But I'll give you guys the last word, and then I'm gonna get out of here.
Okay. But I feel like for natural bodies, it just needs to come back. Like back in the 2000s, all that, we honestly didn't really see. We saw some with, BBLs, but not all. And I'm just sorry. I miss the natural look. I miss women loving themselves for who they are and accepting how their body looks, and they flaunt it. They're like, this is me. Like, you're going to accept me whether you like it or not. I don't have to change a damn thing about myself. But if you want surgery and that makes you happy, then be happy, girl. Get that surgery. But at what cost? Is it gonna is it gonna take your life? Is it gonna botch you? Is it gonna put you in debt? Like, what can it do, or bring you more medical problems that you didn't even have? So you gotta think of the cost. Like, yeah, I'm going under the knife, but at what cost am I doing it? Where I can just love myself, get in the gym, have a consistent.
I said that you could increase a couple cup sizes by gaining weight in the gym.
Yeah, but that's what 2 cup sizes. What if you want to go to a D? What if you want to go to an E? Like,
I mean,
like
if you want to
from
do
an
that,
A cup.
you want to put prosthetic tits in your chest to get like 4 or 5 cup sizes heavy. I mean, so be it. But you're going to be carrying it's just not worth it to me. I don't think it's worth it. Like that.
What's the reason for it? What's the
makes no
reason for
sense.
it, Danny? Like, what's the reason for it?
I feel like it's just to be in proportion. Like, a lot of people are
How is a D or E
lower
proportion?
body heavy. A lot of people are lower body heavy, so a lot of people have a big bum, and then their boobs will be small. It's just to get in proportion. That's how people are normally built. People are normally built with one or the other. People are normally built with a big bum and small boobs, or they're built with a big boobs and a small bum. That's how people are normally built.
Normally built meaning naturally built.
Surgery and get their boobs bigger.
Yeah, but I mean,
Huh?
you can get your ass bigger. It's like
built.
It's like be happy with yourself, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You can just get your ass bigger, and that's it. But some people want to look in proportion. They want to.
You do look in proportion. I mean, a girl with a big ass and small tits looks great.
So do you
that's
agree?
my body shape right there.
So
I have small
that
boobs, but I have a big butt. And I
Yeah, it
feel like
looks
I
good.
look great. I always thought maybe
love it.
maybe I could get my boobs bigger, but there's pros and cons to everything. I could get big breasts, but then my back will start hurting because as much y'all don't know, big breasts cause back problems, and that's why most get reduced.
And a girl, and get this, a skinny girl with big tits and no butt looks fucking good too. You know, like it's just in some things you can change, some things you can't. Obviously, work on yourself naturally, but at the end of the day, there's so many different types of women that are beautiful that are fucking themselves up by going under the knife.
Yeah, I have a big butt and I have big boobs, and I've been thinking about getting a breast reduction, and I've been saying this for almost like 2 years, but I've been saying this for almost 2 years. The only thing is I'm very afraid to go under the knife.
Yeah, a reduction isn't like too crazy though. Like I understand the reduction. My thing is putting like the plastic or the gummy bear shit in your titties. I mean, it's a little much. And then you have to update those shits all the time.
Do you know that some people get fat put from their belly and put it in their boobs? So it's just the fat that they moved from their body and put it into their boobs.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. No, I understand that. I mean, if you're doing it the right way, for sure, do it. But let's keep it a buck. There's a reason why Blacc Chyna regrets doing the work that she did on herself, because she wasn't doing a lot of the things the right way. Like, okay, yeah, if you're doing a little fat transfer, nip tuck here and there, okay, cool. You know, especially if you want to do a mommy maker or whatever the hell. But a lot of y'all is just like, fuck working out, straight to the surgeon, gonna get it cheap, da 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 da. I mean, I don't know, man. It's a good discussion. It's a good debate. But I mean, I'll give each of you guys like 30 seconds and then I got to get out of here.
Yeah, I know you got to go. I just want to say a lot of women are getting these surgeries to look good, to feel sexy, for attention or whatever. But
and for a social media career.
Yes, but there is nothing. But there is nothing more sexy than seeing a woman with a great body and a natural body, and knowing that she worked hard on it, knowing that she loved herself and not went under these surgeries that can hurt herself, knowing that she is healthy. There's something so much sexier about a woman knowing her body and being confident with her body and taking care of it like a car.
Yeah,
and that's all I'm gonna say.
Agreed. I love that. Thank you, Sing Sing.
I just feel like everybody should just love their bodies for who they are. Love yourself more. Just get inside what's inside instead of trying to fix the outside first. Like, get what inside and why you feel insecure. Why do you feel this way? Because even when you get surgery, people are still going to have stuff to say about you. So it's like, no matter what you do, people are always going to have an opinion of how you look. As long as you like it, that's all that matters. But thank you for adding me.
Thank you, Sam.
No problem.
All right, Danny, you got the last word.
Okay, I just feel like if you want to get surgery, get surgery. Doesn't really matter what people say.
Okay, if you had a choice to get surgery, what would you fix?
I would definitely get like my belly fat removed or whatever. But you know what? I'm listening to what you say. Like, obviously, go to the gym first. Go to the gym first, and that's what I feel like. I would definitely go to the gym first, and then
I mean,
think
I'm a
about
personal trainer.
after.
I do online training. I train men and women of all ages. I got a course in my link in the bio. You click the link, check the course out, get in shape. I mean, it's really that simple. I mean, I'm looking at your profile right now. I mean, you have some potential. All you got to do is just spend 3 to 6 months in the gym, and I mean, you'll be unstoppable. I'm keep it a buck. You'll be unstoppable.
I just feel like it's it's harder than you say it is, and I feel like you're just coming from someone. And I feel like you're just coming from someone privileged. Privileged.
How am I?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So
Yeah, I can hear you.
So it's genetics. Like a lot of people, it's genetics. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
no, bro. No, I'm telling you, like I work hard every single day. I go to the gym 5 times a week. If you look at my profile, like yes, there's some of it that's genetic, but most of it is exercise. Most of it is exercise and diet. So if you're not eating right, then you can't just blame genetics. I mean, you were blessed genetically, but if you go to the gym, I mean, you could fully capitalize on your genetics.
No, I wasn't. I wasn't blessed genetically. I used to be slim. That's what I'm trying to say. I used to be slim. I gained weight to get more thicker. Like I gained weight. I used to be slim.
I mean,
and I didn't like
you were
being
natural,
slim.
but being slim is good though. What are you talking about? I mean, I'm not saying that you have to be like super skinny, but you were blessed genetically to start off slim, right? And then you chose to gain weight, and now you're like super thick, and you could stand to lose, I would say maybe about 50 pounds. But if you did do that, then you would be like unstoppable, is what I'm saying. Like if you went to the gym toned up, like you'd be in really good shape. But you do have some weight to lose.
That's the thing. I'm not a small girl. I'm not short. So me being tall and slim, it's not looked as attractive. It's not attractive. Well, to some people it is.
I'm not saying be slim. Look, you're never gonna be like super slim again because like your boobs are like humongous. So you're gonna have to focus on training your lower body, and it's not gonna make you slim. It's just gonna help get your stomach down, because that's really all you got to do is lose the belly fat. Just like you said if there was one thing I'd change, it would be the belly fat. Yeah, that's it. Just start hitting some cardio and do some intensive leg load training, and you'll be good. Like I'm telling you that right now. And this is coming from a personal trainer. I mean, I got like 6-pack abs. I mean, I'm in really good shape. So that's just my professional opinion. But yeah, I mean, you could do what you want to do. I would say hit the gym. I mean, it looks like you playing around with the waist trainer and stuff. You go in the gym, do the waist trainer stuff. I mean, I'm not really big on the waist trainers, but if you go to the gym with your waist trainer and then you're getting up a good sweat 5 days a week, I mean, the rest is history. That's all I'm saying. But appreciate you coming up. Anything you want to end off with?
Oh no, that's fine. I'll follow your advice anyway. Yeah, I'll go to the gym. All right, thank you.
All right, sweetheart. All right, so guys, that was a great stream. A lot of drama going on, a lot of back and forth, but ultimately we did pretty good. Okay, guys, if you want to check me out on other platforms, at Reclaim Your Throne on Instagram, that's where all my fitness content is, workouts, all that stuff. Also, obviously, Reclaim Your Throne on TikTok and hashtag Reclaim Your Throne on YouTube. We get deeper into these discussions. We're actually streaming live on YouTube right now. So make sure you do me a favor and check me out there, especially the Instagram. That would be a huge help. But you already know what it is. Throne. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking freaking dia. Yo, oh my God, bruh. That was insane. So let's look at the stats. Hopefully they don't take that live down, but we got 19.7K viewers. We had 1,767 diamonds, 11.9K likes, and then 1,265 different viewers who commented. So that's pretty good. Let's see. And then we gained 200 followers. So, hey, man, that was a pretty good live stream. I appreciate everybody for coming up. And we're going to get up out of here, man. I'm going to re-upload this if TikTok doesn't hit me with the community guideline strikes. But I ain't going to lie. Yeah, the last shorty, Danny, I mean, she's got some fucking huge tits. Like all she has to do is just go to the gym. And I mean, her face is decent. Her face is decent. I mean, it's cute. I mean, all she has to do is really just go to the gym, and I mean, she'll be having whatever the fuck she want, honestly. Because she's her boobs are just fucking huge, bruh. It's crazy. But anyways, if y'all want, I'll put her shit in the chat so y'all can follow her or whatever. What is it? This nigga's asking what's her at? I'm dead. All right, yeah. So I just put her shit in the chat. Y'all want to go check her out? I mean, she really does. She was from the UK, you know. Oh, she said me before birth control. I mean, she's always been thicker. Then she got on birth control and her boobs just like shot up, I guess. But anyways, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Reclaim Your Throne. Make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. Send your relationship questions to the email down below with a screenshot of your CashApp so I know you're paying your tithes, man. Y'all need to be on your motherfucking DM with the BS. You already know. Reclaim Your Throne.
Want to become an elite level athlete? Well, look no further. The Reclaim Your Throne Elite D1 training course is all you need to take your performance from subpar to the creme de la creme of athletes all around the world. The purpose of this course is to give you a comprehensive weight training, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance program that is meant to prepare young athletes for collegiate and professional sports. This course is packed with over 2 hours of creative, action-packed lifts narrated and coached by yours truly to assure increased strength, speed, flexibility, recovery, and endurance. Hey, I get it. Training alone can be tough and can even make you feel misguided or somewhat unmotivated. But with this course, I walk you step by step through each and every lift to make sure you're using the proper form to prevent injuries and that you're hitting the correct muscle groups to render maximum results. So what are you waiting for? It's now or never. So go ahead and get the training course today so you too can reclaim your